Oh, Monday. What a day. So we are on track. So if it gets close and I haven't spotted, we are trying to aim dead on to finish on 11 because it's Monday and people have long weeks of work. But yeah, good to get session in. So we will recap very quickly because we paused in the middle of, well, let's call it a conversation between you guys and some blood caps, some hobgoblins. Yeah, not quite. In the middle of the night, you are correct. After your stealth mission was oh so close to success, as you went to rescue Callan with the help of Mira and a couple of the Thornwind Sentinels in the middle of the night, heading off to one of the blood caps' more permanent camps in the Borderlands. You made your stealthy approach with Pass Without a Trace in the evening, got right up close to the camp, took it in turns, looking around the camp, finding out problems, before Otter farted into a puff of smoke, and unfortunately for me, failed a stealth check, even as a ball of gas, floating into a cave to find Callan, but did pull off quite a miraculous dimension door, right? Wasn't Misty Step, it was Dimension Door. Yeah, Dimension Door to grab the little dwarf and poof, back to your friends. Unfortunately, seeing the smoke going was one of the guard, or one of at least the guarded patrols that were coming out of the entrance at the back, or the exit at the back of the camp. And they started ringing the bells as that alerted the guards, who looked and saw the flash, and you guys sat on a hill as you then ran into the border forest. I think Callan was leading the charge, getting the hell out of Dodge as quick as he could. And after taking on the first round of pursuers who were heavily wounded from the falling ice shard from the sleet storm and the spike growth that were left in the doorway of the camp, you dispatched of them, spawned some goats, and stood your ground. 4 goats and the 5 of you, as Von Van telepathically told Callan and Mira to get the hell out of here. So they left, leaving the rest of you to front up the hobgoblins that appeared behind. The goblins that appeared were much stronger force than you've seen before from the bloodcaps. One being hobgoblins, so they are full height, like 5 to 6 foot heights. Could be what they could be, and having seemingly some powerful. Some more powerful spells, sorry. So one of them, when they died, you'd seen it kind of minorly exploded into some lava, into like a lava-type substance, and a few of them had fired off what seemed to be small, like fire-esque spells, whilst a fair few of them also were running around with giant scimitars set on fire. So these guys are packing a little bit more than your average goblin on the old punch. But we did finish with Von Van taking 2 death save fails as a hobgoblin with a flame scimitar stood above his body, a hex curse being thrown out by Otter as he was stood about 20 foot from the captain of these guys. Threw the curse over, that was the trigger for this guy to stab the flaming sword into Von. He rolled his last death save, we did not get the outcome of that, and then Arta popped out a mass healing word across you all. Faywin rolled a 5 persuasion check to try and get everything to stop. That's pretty good. And
Super
then
high for Faywin.
It was rolling into their turn. So, this is where we left it. It's there or thereabouts by a square or two. I had to take a photo of it because I had to clear the board away. But yeah, this was pretty much where we stand. So, make one of those hobgoblins a mind goblin. I've seen that too many. Man goblin these nuts. We have our captain. I'm going to bring this in. There's two other archers on the pitch, on the battlefield, but we'll see back here. There are 2 archers slightly further away from the action. There is the captain who has been talking to Otter in front. He stands about 20 foot away from Otter here. Otter is flanked by 2 flaming scimitared hobgoblins. The one that was stood over Von is still there. The one in front of Zaga is held.
Yes.
So it does have an effect on it, and you are holding concentration on him. Faywin is on fire.
That girl is on fire!
Exactly. And I think that was it. No, there's no other effects on the board. So you have 4 flaming sworded hobgoblins, 2 archer type goblins a bit further back, 1 captain, and it was their go. I believe what he has said is he wants you lot to come with him, and various weird attempts at some kind of conversation were backwards and forwards. But as it is, their go. This is
wasn't Faywin negotiating as
she was, yeah. Do you remember your words exactly, Faywin? I think I blanked them out because the 5 just was. So
I legitimately think if she had done it outside of a roll, it would have been worse as well.
Hey, you watch your mouth, or I'll set you on fire.
Set on fire. Just gonna touch him.
It was words to the effect of I put my hands up almost to surrender. Took my hands off my bow and said, like, let's stop, we can talk.
Okay.
Going on, please don't kill my friends. I'm gonna cry. And then I rolled a 5. So it was more like, please help.
Pretty good.
Can I take a free action just to throw my halberd down?
You can, you can look to just drop your as it stands now, but it is, like I say, it's their go. So the way that initiative just worked out was you guys were first, they were second at the end of a round. So it is the captain, and then all of their goes. Let me get my my Pepsi out of the way. As the death captain is up first, he looks like left and right to these guys. You can see them in there. He
basically, as he starts moving, I notice, and I just throw my halberd down at his feet.
Cool. Yeah,
And
you
then
can do
happens
that
from there.
because you've got the 2 of them that stood side by side with you with these flaming
Yeah,
swords
yeah.
out here. The swords stay lit the entire time, so you can feel like the heat coming off these fire blades. He doesn't move as he just kind of looks left around. He's got the position of all these guys. He's got the position of you guys. He does pick up the spell held on the one. Because that's quite a distance for him to see. He can see that the guy is not moving in front of you, Zaga. So he picks up that person is held, so he knows there's a spell on him. And he's just going to look left and right to these guys and just say, "All right, hold on my mark." As he looks back to you all, kind of addressing. And I'll say he doesn't really move. He just kind of like gestures about. He can see he's very relaxed in his demeanour. "We know you've been causing us a few problems. Taken out our band. We had a lovely little party sent out to greet you after you, for some reason, attacked us when we were trying to find out what's going on with those dogs. And I think it's about time we had a little chinwag. So, why don't we all just take it easy? We'll pick your friend up over here, and we can all go back and have a lovely little chat. Of course, for this to happen, you're going to have to give up your weapons. Remember now, we don't want to have to take you down, but as you can see," as he kind of like gestures over to Von, "we will do if we need to. Do we have an agreement?" And you can see that as he kind of calls out, the bowmen have strung arrows. So you can see essentially, that all of the guys that go behind him, including himself, have readied some kind of action for you guys to pause back on. So that is him, and then 6 of them that are all readied in whatever position, bar the one that is actually the one that's held. I can roll a save for because technically in of his go he can't hold an action unless he saves. What's the save?
16.
Was it?
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom. That's not going to be good.
You could just end your concentration. But,
Yeah,
I
true.
My turn yet?
At the end of his turn, he
yeah.
doesn't. He rolls a 7, so he is still stuck. But so he won't have held an action. The rest of them will have held actions.
Hearing that, obviously I've dropped my weapon already. I see Von's on the floor. I think Faven still has her hands up. I think she did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just say to Zaga, like, just let him go. I turn back to the captain and just say, all right, we'll come with you. Just, there's no need for this guy to go any further. We'll drop our weapons, we'll let him in, and we'll come with you and we'll tell you whatever you want to know. Whatever we can tell you, whatever we do know.
See, he turns around and looks at us. We can be reasonable. And he looks across, kind of, so essentially, Zaga, Otter, Von, Arta, Faywin is the way. So he's going to kind of look across you all to check that none of you are going to fire anything off before he sends someone to move. So this is your goes.
I'm going to put my hammer down, and I'm like, I gesture towards my shield. I'm like, do you need this as well? I can't use it as a weapon. I'm not trained in that.
We will do, yeah.
I take my shield off and throw that on the floor as well.
Zaga, do you release the whole person?
Do I release the whole person? Zaga yells out, "You're gonna need to guarantee I'm gonna get my shit back."
Of course you're going to get your shit back. As long as you tell us what we want to know. We're not here to make enemies. We're just traders of sort. Trade us something and we'll make sure that you get your information back. Or information, sorry. You'll get your weapons back.
Oh, I have this ring mail you can have.
Are we taking it in turns or?
Only
Zaga
it depends
will
what you want to
drop,
do. If he drops...
Zaga will drop concentration.
Okay.
Can I do an insight check in when
Yeah.
they said you'll get your shit back?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Oh, for goodness. Don't worry about it.
No, well, because it's your
I rolled
insight.
an 8.
It's your insight versus his...
Hopefully he's thick as shit. I rolled an 8.
He doesn't necessarily have to be thick. He just has to roll a 3 on a dice. What did you roll?
8.
8. Okay, no, you will beat him because he's really bad at it. You can see when as he's saying you're going to get you. There's not there's like an arrogance and a cockiness about the way he's acting that and the quickness in which he answered that. He probably thinks you might get your stuff back, but it is likely not going to be his call to make in the end of the day.
Okay.
So it was definitely the speed in which he came back to you is just a bit like he didn't even think about that. That's just something you're going to say to get you guys to move. Also, he's out here and there's a camp back there, so he will answer that way, but probably doesn't have the end. He doesn't have the final say or sign off. It's got to go through an approval hierarchy. Nice. So yeah, as you drop that, he shouts out to the one that's just been released in front of you. It's like as he goes, "Fucking hell!" Yeah, he shouts forward. He's like, "Charlie, get this stuff," and he goes, "All right." So he goes, oh, actually, no, I lie. One of the bowmen will come back forward and go round with the guy at the front as he comes to collect your weapons. So one of them collects the weapons. The others ask you to put your hands inside of... it's weird. They almost looks like something for animals. So they get you to grip a bar. And then what they do is like strap this metal casing over your hands. So you've got your hands round a bar, like a bit like a handlebar, like a steel pipe that's held together. And then they... strap and buckle your hands. So your hands are trapped round, like essentially in fists together on a bar. You're holding and it's probably about a foot across.
What about a friend? You said you get him up.
Mm-hmm. As they go around, you see that Von is stirring. So Von is alive, very fucked up, but alive.
Phew.
As essentially you see because they've rolled Von over and just like put your hands in. So yeah, as long as you're all... So technically you guys are restrained and your hands are bound.
Before we get to the restrained part with the weapon collection,
Yep.
Zaga will hand over his crossbow and his giant killing sword.
Yep.
He wants to sort of palm his wand up his sleeve.
Yep. Cool.
Can I try that?
Yeah. You can go against passive perception for these guys.
Sleight of hand
Sleight of hand.
or deception?
Sleight of hand. Because you'd be trying to... You're handing stuff off and essentially trying to get around a pat down.
25.
25, yeah, that'll easily do it. So yeah, you give back the actual weapons. And you can see that as they go around, they're looking for they can see the weapons that you've been using in battles. Well, I won't go around actually taking your weapons off you, but for the purposes... Unless there's someone that, again, wants to try and hide something as they're going around. If you've dropped in just your main weapons on the floor, so like Faywin, they'll come and he'll want to take your daggers out as well. That you've got any weapons you've got on show, they're going to go and get collected by this archer.
Fine. I'm not happy about it, but I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So they collect up your stuff. They put essentially they pull you all together in a line. All the mounts have been killed, so you have a trek back. And they kind of kick you off in line. You have you guys walk in one by one. They have you bind each other. They don't have you chained up to each other, but yeah, your hands are... So like for the purposes of one, restraining, so you are your hands are tied and bound. Your feet are free. but you're not like chained to each other as you're going. They're just watching as you go. There's enough of them to go like 2 by 2 down the sides and just keep you walking in a line. With the captain kind of up front, he takes a little walk back every so often. So you have with your sprinting, you have a decent-ish walk back actually through the middle of the night as you're going out there. Is there anything anyone wants to look for, do, or say?
How
for getting
long
back?
is the walk back? Do you reckon?
You ran. Oh, I deleted the number.
We did 8 rounds of
8 rounds of
using
60
our
foot.
actions to run. I think.
Yeah. So
Whatever that is.
yeah. Because I don't think it's not like a super amount of time. So it's probably like half an hour to 45 minutes max. Because it was a sprint at 8 rounds, so yeah, you didn't.
Is John chained up or?
Depends what you want to do with John.
God. It's just so unreliable because I thought maybe he could stay out of sight, as in full range up in the air.
If
Following
they
up.
don't seem to have picked up the fact that the little crow flying around is going to be that much of a problem. So they've not tried to kill it, they're not trying to put it out. So if you want to send John straight up or to track back to stay out of sight and roll a stealth check for him at advantage because he'll be in the dark of night. Like you're in the middle of the playing field. So if he goes up high and tracks back and just keeps sight of you but stays as far away as possible, he can roll stealth checks with advantage.
Yeah. Can I do that, please?
Yeah.
I'll just say that he's thick if they find him. Oh, for fuck's sake, John. Fucking.
I will say you're
I
not
mean-
on fire anymore as well.
Just fucking kill him. Just arrow him out of the sky.
How many of us are there all together now?
Wait, he's alive.
How many of you got walking?
Yeah.
What do you mean, how many of you? It's all of you.
Well, Oh, 5 of us.
Five.
What do you mean?
No, but yeah, like how many of them are there?
More than 5. There are 6, 7.
7.
It's 3 plus 3. It's 13 on his. Thankfully, his deck.
13.
Stealth is
I don't
dex, yeah. 13. Maybe he could be an owl if that helps.
No. Okay, he'll. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's up and away. Yeah, because you got to beat their passive perception. Nice. So yeah, there's the firebrand sword, the fire blade guys. There's 4 of those as they flank 2 by 2 and keep you going. The archers stay a little bit further out and kind of move backwards and forwards just to keep a perimeter, keep a check out, and the captain's up front, but he drops back as well. So yeah, if there was anything you wanted to do, yeah, between you are now on the walk back, we can speed forward for 45 minutes, or you guys can do some stuff if you want. I don't know if you.
I mean, I was just going to offer to try and conjure mounts to make the journey quicker. But I don't know if they'd actually trust me to do any spells.
I don't think they. Yeah, I think you do. And you, as you think about conjuring, you realise as well that likely the point of these are to stop you moving your hands. So essentially, you are semantically, you guys are stuck. If you want to try and cast spells with your hands are wrapped around a bar, clamped over, so you can move the bottom of your fingers maybe, but there's going to be no hand gestures able to be done. Yeah, by design, these things are done there. Cool. So yeah, if no one wants to chat or do anything with this, you guys carry on the walk through the middle of the night. As you get,
As we're walking,
yep,
can I ask Saga to sing us like a prisoner song?
you can if you want. You guys can talk to each other.
Or like humming a song?
You want a song?
Yeah, just like a cheery nighttime walk song. Not one where we're being, imprisoned and maybe murdered.
That's a weird request.
Can you do it, or
I don't want to miss a thing again.
Or are the skills of Draga just wasted on you?
It's a very specific kind of song, and you sprung it on me with no preparation.
I
You
always thought
don't like
had-
planning, Zaga?
That's true, I don't.
One of them
Seems
looks
like
over
our
and
little
goes.
kobold has lost his ways.
One of them looks over and goes, "It's a nice peaceful night. Maybe we don't need a sing song."
You know?
Oh, you got away with one this time, Zaga. And I'd like nod my head at the hobgoblin that said that.
Are you sure? I've got a great voice.
I'm sure you have, but we're having a nice quiet walk home now, aren't we?
Oh, is that where you live then?
Yeah. Sometimes we live there, sometimes we live other places, you know.
Oh, so you
nice to
travel
be
around,
out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we travel about. It's a lovely place here, isn't it? All these
Where's your
hills.
favourite place to live? Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name's Alfie.
Yalfie.
Alfie.
Alfie.
Yeah.
I thought you said that, and I thought that's not very fantasy.
Faywin, you
Hello, Alf.
you just did one of us.
I've spent
Alfie.
too much time with these people, Alfie, as I'm sure you
Yeah. Alfie Slime Guts.
someone else.
Is that because your guts are slimy?
It's because I make people's guts slimy.
You didn't make my
How-
guts slimy.
How do you make people's guts slimy if you're using a fire thing? Surely that would cauterize the wound.
Then after we get in with our other tools, and as he starts to get in stuff, you hear one of us just like makes a noise back to him, and he's like, "All right, shut up and keep walking."
Sir, yes, sir.
Cool. As you get about 50 minutes in, 30 minutes in, so you're getting closer to the end of the walk. And you'd roughly pick up how long it took. I suppose you only just ran away from it, so you'd feel the distance as it comes back. The clouds overhead start thickening up. And you can see a few of them looking around, almost like slightly bewildered, as it doesn't take long before you hear of like the thunder starting to roll in. No lightning or anything as yet, but you hear clouds, big clouds start to form up. You feel the air, the humidity in the air start to change as that like kind of static is there, and you hear the rolling sound of thunder as you get close. Your ice spell is like a minute, right? Sleet Storm.
Oh yeah, no, it's gone. It went miles. Okay.
So as you guys make it back to
What
the
about the invisible
Thorns?
or whatever
It was 10 minutes.
But he also went down, and I think it's concentration.
Yeah,
So I don't
and
think it's worth
also I conjured
And
the
animals
conjured
afterwards.
animals.
So.
So yeah.
hearing the thunder. Art has a little smile on his face. But only a little one, because he doesn't want to antagonize the people that he's been antagonizing.
So yeah, you can see how that sign comes in when they come in. You hear like they pick up the pace a bit. They're like, "Come on, guys, get back before the storm comes." As they get back into the front. As you get to the front, you can see the front entrance that a few of you flew over, and you'd had a bit of had some sight on, is like drenched and sloshy as hell. You can see there's bits of blood and stuff mixed in there, as well as just where like the ice storm had just melted down and they've run a lot of people through, that it's just completely trashed up the ground. It's just like a thick boggy pit as they kind of drag you through this wet mud that's there.
What happened here? I don't want to get my shoes dirty.
You'll keep walking through it. As you see a few of the goblins are there. And this is where you see like there's these hobgoblins. You can see there's a mix of hobgoblins and goblins here, but you can see the goblins are out the front doing the work, doing the tidying up, as these hobgoblins in much better armaments walk you guys further back. Nice. So you are thrown into, as you come around the back of the game, that cage you'd seen, you are, they open up the cage, throw you in here, and the main guy that you've been talking to introduces himself as Scar, and lets you know that that you'll be seen to shortly. Just wait out here, and he'll go and get the boss. Alfie was just one of the flame boys.
Oh, I didn't want to speak to the peasant. I wanted to speak to the main guy.
Oh wow, that main guy was off. Sorry, you weren't.
If Faywin's getting Stockholm syndrome, she wants it with the boss.
If I'm gonna go for anybody, it's gonna be the boss man.
I'm
Nice.
just going to use the feminine charms. Everyone,
No,
be prepared to fight.
It's pure Karen. She just wants to speak to the manager.
Yeah. So yes, they throw you into this this cell that's there. You can see as you're you guys. No, I say thrown in. They actually just open the gate and let you guys walk in. They keep you with your restraints on, and as you get in there, you can see that there are two figures huddled in the back corner, like kind of cloaked over with their eyes. You can just see their eyes peeking out at you as they slam the door shut and walk off. You can see the hobgoblins as they disappear back into the camp, go back to certain areas. They throw all of your stuff. If you remember, Zaga, you saw from where you were on the archway of where Callum was kept. There was a middle set of tents, which they had loads of looks like there's bits of loot and stuff there. Then there was the cage. As they walk past the cage, you see that they bundle up all your stuff and just throw it against one of the tents. As like a.
And I see the bundle, and I know exactly which bundle it is.
Yeah, you can see the bundle there. You can see it, and you can see that's where they had boxes and bits that were in there before. So they throw them off, and you see they all peel off into different tents. Some of them go off to a smaller one. Some of them go into the back. You see, who's first? I would say probably with the height. So Von, you would probably pick up that Scar and maybe one or two of the others make a beeline for that back entrance. So they go round that tent, make a left. And all you know that from the maps that was there was this smaller entrance that is another entrance or exit to this camp as they go that way. The rest of them just off and start living. You hear one or two of them having a joke with the goblins, pushing them over and stuff, as well as they just kind of leave you locked up in this cage. One of the figures.
Did they take everything off us or just the weapons?
They would have taken your weapons and they would have taken any visible bags. So your bag of holding would have gone.
Yeah. That's what I was
And then
wondering.
they just left you on there.
Can Weaver pick locks that aren't doors? Not Weaver, Zaga, sorry.
Yeah, you can pick locks there. Locks.
Zag could, but his hands are bound.
Hands bound.
No, that's fine. I just wondered if that
Yeah.
extended to this situation.
No, as long as it's not a standard arcane lock, you can do it. As you look about, you can see that the two coward figures one of them kind of steps forward and it's just a half elf, late 20, early 30s, but looks ragged as hell dirty as hell. He leans forwards and he's just like, "What did they get you for?"
We made a bit of a ruckus in here earlier.
It wasn't even in here, really. It was more outside of here. We didn't even... I'm going to stop talking.
The ice storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so they got you. That's not good.
How about you?
We just carting some. We're not even merchants really. We were travelling through the borderlands from Allhearth, and these goblins appeared out of nowhere, robbed our stuff and thrown us in here. We've lost 2 or 3 men to whatever goes on inside that cave hole, and we were hoping someone's going to turn up. But you can see as he's talking to you, his hands aren't bound, and he's like, "What?" Oh.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Notice his hands aren't bound or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say it was an elf?
Half elf.
Callum's hands weren't bound either, was it? When
Callum's hands weren't bound, no.
16.
16. Seems to be telling the truth. Trying to get a B from you. You can see that he's, nothing screams out that he's trying to do anything other than get some information from you.
How long you been in here?
Couple of days, maybe 4, maybe 5. But we've been hoping that they were going to take what we wanted and just let us go. We heard that they were just raiders, and but we haven't seen our friends come out of that cave yet. So
did they just take one at a time?
yeah.
They didn't say what they were taking your friends to the cave for.
Not to us, but they were happy enough to be taking people, joking about when they did it.
Has there been any more other people here captive, or just you guys?
When we got here, and he points to like a pile, and he's like, a lot of these clothes and blankets are, I assume, people that have been left behind. And you can see there's just like blankets or cloaks and stuff that are muddy and sodden, wet through, especially as, and it'd been raining around this area for like a few days at least, that there's just like piles of junk, clothes, hats, caps, bits of stuff that have been left behind. Just like, we're assuming from this that people have been, but it's, we were hoping that ruckus was going to be a bit of help.
Here, can you take these off for me? And I thrust my hands forward.
Mm-hmm. He has a look at him, and he's like, I mean, if we had something to work with, but have you got like a plan?
Well, my first part of the plan is get my hands free.
Okay.
We don't do plans.
Don't tell him that.
That's a shame. And as he looks around, he's like, I mean, if we got some way of doing it with cloth alone, then maybe, but and you look that they are just in there. They've been stripped down to like just their bare travel clothes.
Was there a locking mechanism on these things? Or...
Yeah, you can see
no
there.
one,
It's
you
like
didn't say anything about them being locked.
there is like it's like a padlock, like a what would be like a padlock for a door. You can see that they looking at them. There's not. I wouldn't say this is something that a lot of you would have probably seen before. They look like they've been made. Like they're not well made, in terms of they're not like shiny and well crafted and been bought by Amazon. They look like they've made them in a way. I think from like general looking and the design of him, you'd be like they have been made purely for the reason of keeping hold of people that are a bit more powerful. So they're
basically like from Wish.
Basically. Well, no, they're like DIY. They're like, oh shit, we put manacles on people and then they got out of holdings because they had their hands free. So how do we stop them moving stuff? Cool. Do this, wrap their hands up, and then so it's got like it's a big metal case that goes over the hand that touches either side of the bar. So like the underside is pretty open, but the other side is there, and then they've just got a big bolt hole that they've just whacked a padlock through. So it's almost like a padlock, like a door padlock, is on each of your.
Is it possible to make a strength check to try and break out of it, or is it just completely impossible?
You can try, but they feel like sturdy. You it's like your hands are essentially kept this tight together. So just pulling and moving them yourself, you can feel it's going to be difficult. But yeah, you can definitely.
Grand total of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faber might bother doing that.
Yeah. They've been. You can see that. Yeah, they've been knocked together, and and it's not. They're not pretty. They are thick and they're quite heavy. So you can feel like even like with them on your hands, it felt natural to walk with your hands like almost resting and banging against your legs, because keeping your hands up or keeping your hands in any position is a bit like just holding out like a bit of weight. It just is easier to let your hands drag and let the pain go out of your arms. You start to like holding your hands up, you start to cramp in your biceps and stuff pretty quickly.
Does this count as a short rest? No.
If you commit to this, like I'm just gonna sit down and not do anything, then yeah, I'll let you guys take a short rest. If you're just gonna be like, let's just sit in here and wait to see what happens, then yeah, you can take a short rest.
Yeah, since I can't get my hands unlocked, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, take a short rest and roll hit dice.
You
You can't have any waters and stuff, which would be normally what you do as well. But yeah, if you want to just sit down and like have a moment of peace, you can definitely take that time.
I can
One out. Hayward, Dan,
What's that, sorry?
are you guys okay with the short?
Oh yeah, I'm taking a short rest. I pressed the buttons.
Yes, I do definitely need a short rest.
Max hit points, Arthur. On the Dewhurst, on the what's
The Dewhurst Doctor scale.
And I will do the Song of Rest in the cage,
Mm-hmm.
so you can roll an extra.
Is
Whatever
it D8 or D6?
I need to have a look.
I think it's
don't
D6.
Remember, I can do it most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, an extra D6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. You see a few of the goblins come over and kind of hear you singing off in the corner. And as you take the hour and you kind of have the Song of Rest and you rest up a bit and you sit down, you chat to these guys. Yeah, they essentially give you a bit of a story, but they were trading some stuff, carrying some goods from Allhearth out towards. They would have been going Allhearth down and probably out west. Towards where the bugbears and stuff from the Iron Hills, and yeah, got picked up by a band of goblins, gave them all their stuff, thought that's what you did to get away from them, but they took them, and then they've lost 2 people so far, like one every day, maybe one every day and a bit, that just they come, take someone, walk them off, and they never see them again.
While we're here after the short rest, I'm just going to turn to Otter and say, "You feeling strong now?"
Oh. I tried getting out of those restraints, but there's no go.
Well, you've had a little rest, and I can see you've been making gains. Have you been going to the gym? And I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration on him. And if he wants to reattempt to break out of them, he can use an extra D8 for the roll for the ability check.
Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Oh god, this isn't going to be good. I rolled a 4 on the d20.
I don't think those gains are paying off.
And a 4 on the d8, so that's a grand total of 9.
Well, you try even harder.
Oh, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. It's starting to rain now, so it's getting a bit like wet on the hands. You're like, oh, just need to loosen up for someone else. Let me scroll what I need to get. So as you've taken your long rest and you've come across, you see now the storm is rumbling deep overhead as these thick because it's still late in the night. It's probably like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. No, earlier, 2 in the morning because you had a really quick in and out, didn't you, before you ran off. And the thunder now is rumbling like heavy overhead as the rain starts to pour down. You can hear a few of the goblins start like, oh, fucking hell, fucks. They're like running around trying to tidy some stuff and move bits around. This camp is just in a gorge, so the water kind of runs down the sides of the mountain and runs into the pit there, and you can see it just gets real boggy and fucking horrible in here. It's not long after that, about 5-10 minutes after the end of your short rest and this rain is really kicking in, that Scar comes back round. He's flanked by 2 or 3 of these guys, and I think you will see as well with them is another hobgoblin, not as well armored, not as maybe as built. So you can see that the captain doesn't have the helmet and stuff on, but still has the big steel plates and stuff. So these guys you fought were well armed. This hobgoblin still built the same as a hobgoblin, but you can see he's got less armor on. Just got like a chain shirt on, and is carrying like a bit of a staff with them. Looks almost it's too fancy to be a walking stick, as they are kind of eyeing you up, looking at each of you as Scar is kind of watching, almost like over the shoulders of the guys that are there. As Scar comes up to you guys, he's like, "Right, you guys ready to talk? We'll get you out of this rain, and we'll come in there. You can come and talk to the boss."
Wow, you're gonna take these things off our hands?
Of course we will. Once we've had a chat, we've exchanged information, and we've sent you on your way.
With our shit.
With you. Right, that all comes down to how good of a conversation we have now, isn't it?
Von Van, you're in charge.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Nice. So one of them opens the gate, pulls it up, and you can see as Scar stands there and a few of the flame brand guys usher you out. And the guy behind is like, what about us? He's like, you stay the fuck down. He kind of gets back in the back of the cage and just says to you, good luck, as you guys are let out.
Yeah, Discord drop for me as well.
Don't do this to me, Discord.
To Brazil, everyone.
Should we trip to Brazil straight away?
Yeah.
Let's just get ahead of it. We're going to Brazil. Oh,
I suppose Brazil's
warm
probably
already.
because it's... No, wait, is it nighttime in Brazil right now?
No, it's
Or
just it's the
daytime?
first on the
No, it'll be
list.
daytime.
It's just automatic Brazil. I'm just too lazy to go anywhere other than the first number down. I could
I
pick
mean,
a
if you're
number.
going to choose somewhere to go, Brazil's the place, right?
Might as well go to Brazil.
Yeah, but I'm imagining being in Brazil when I'm tied up in these shackles.
So that they lead you out one at a time, kind of kick you forward. As you're passing through the camp, you can see that a lot of the hobgoblins and stuff are like crouched down inside. You pass by that area where the loot and stuff is. You can see all your stuff just outside getting absolutely soaked. But you can see there's boxes of other bits there. And on like little glances, without any further looks, you can see that there are a load, like one's just full of a load of swords, but they just look like broadswords and like basic short swords, maybe an odd scimitar. Another one's got like a basket, like a big old crate that's full of parts of helmets and parts of metal parts of helmets, or some like levers and stuff on the side. So you can see that they've just like thrown bits roughly here in this area, and there's a big tent that's next to that area. As you kind of come round,
I bet Zaga's eyes are lit up.
yeah, they take you into the. Well, yeah. There's nothing. You don't look past any of it and go like, oh fucking. It just is like, here's a load of swords. There's
Yeah,
a
but
box
it's
of just
still
swords.
lit.
Yeah. A bit like,
His eyes are fixed on his own shit.
Yeah. Where they've just left. They've literally just left out. And you can see it's all just like gonna get soaked being out here in the rain. As you walk past, and they take you into the cave. So the back entrance of this cave, as you kind of walk in, is narrow and it's open. So you still feel a bit of rain as you're getting in, and then it kind of closes up for a bit and opens up for a bit, and then it kind of finally. There's like a ceiling to it as you come in underneath. You don't have to duck, but you finally enter inside. Like it's almost you're going into the rock, Whether this is like the full path all the way in, you're not sure, but you start to hear the echo. The rain and the thunder outside come running in behind you, and you hear it echoing into this chamber in front of you. As you walk down some stairs, they kind of lead you down some stairs around a corner. There are lamps and stuff lit up around here, like a dull lighting around the place, and just you can feel. Whilst the chamber itself is quite large, it's quite shallow, but the echo itself seems to just ring on. For like miles in your head, just the noise of just your footsteps as you clang down, the noise of their armors as they ting and the swords as they bang down, as they line you up and sit you, kind of push you down to your whatever will be comfortable for you, but to your knees or to your bum, around a giant pit.
Bum. Arthur's on his bum.
Yeah, I'm too old to be on my knees.
Yeah. So the pit is.
But it does have while it's in my mind.
Yeah.
Our money. What happened to our money?
I'm
assuming we all had coin purses as well.
Coin purses would have been taken as well as the bits that were on you. So they would have just.
But it's not going to be with weapons, I guess.
They would have just when they took the weapons off, they would have just stripped you of bags and bits and thrown them all together. So they haven't. They've not taken your coin purse and like stolen your money, but they've taken all of your stuff and thrown it all like.
Yeah, I was just wondering if they've taken the money separately.
They would have. They probably would have taken after. They would have taken your weapons first, to make sure you weren't going to attack them. Got you in your restraints, and then would have gone round and made sure the bags and stuff are gone from you.
Okay.
This is something specific you're hiding in there, but yeah, they would have made sure that you were relieved of your personal effects, bar clothes, because they're not perverts. So yeah, they sit you up around this pit. This pit is what 40, 30, maybe 30, 40 foot across. And as you're leant on it, you can hear that that's part of the echo. The room itself runs out, and there's stairways. There's probably 3 or 4 you can see across the pit the other side. The walkway around the outside of this this like circular room is about 20 foot. Big dark pit in the middle, and you can just hear noises from inside the pit. But as you look down, complete darkness. You are lit here, but down there is complete darkness. They sit you all down round this pit, facing the opposite side, where you can see that just off to the right hand side there's a short stairwell that goes down and an entrance that looks to be to another room. As the guards kind of flank you either side, so you have 2 guards watching from your left, 2 guards watching from your right, and Scar stood on that closest to the entrance as he just stands and waits as you guys are just sat there looking around. Is there anything anyone wants to do, look out for, or do, now, before we move? Pausing, just in case.
Also, I'm guessing my goggles are no longer with me.
Yeah. I don't mind the goggles so much, because whilst it's funny to put you in pitch black, it's not so nice. For me,
I don't mind.
hilarious.
It would be.
There is not, but in here it's not dark. It's lit in here.
Yeah.
Down the pit, pitch black. So that even those with dark vision will struggle. They'll be able to see shapes going on down there if they were to look into the pit, but it's still pitch black, so it's still at disadvantage trying to pick out anything.
Is there like a loose rock on the floor near me that I can kick into the, or try and shuffle into the thing to see how deep it might be?
Yeah, you can try and, as you sit down, like shuffle and kick. Yeah, the pit itself looks as if it's been created by like a stalagmite, whichever the one is that comes down. Looks like a rock or something. Something fallen has smashed it. This is definitely not like it's not like a masoned hole. It's a rock has fallen through here and smashed this hole open. There's bits, like certain parts of it feels. I would even say when you're sitting down near the edge of the pit, your instinct would be like, move back a little bit. This isn't like at any point you could feel the edge could crack in certain areas. So there's definitely bits of shingle and shell and stuff that you could kick in.
Any sense of like an updraft, as if there's some sort of wind or anything that comes up?
Yeah, give me a perception.
Smell?
Give me a perception check, like a smell perception check. So just do it standard.
With no any bonus to that, or
No, well, just your normal perception.
just perception? That'd be 14 altogether.
14. You can smell that there is air coming up. That whatever is down there, that cavern has some flow in and out. It's not just a dank basement, at least, because there's some movement of air, and the smell you get back is like the smell of like putrid and a bit of rot and a bit of like something gets thrown down there, right? That is dead or is dying or is in the middle of being like eaten by something. But there's a definitely a stank smell that comes up. With a 14, that's all you'd pick up. But there is a smell and a feeling of air that comes through there. It's also like a little bit cold. The air that comes up is a little bit colder than the level you're at as well. So you get a feeling that it's that definitely goes down underground.
Two things.
Mm-hmm.
Can I keep my necklaces
Uh,
that were around my neck? I've got about 8 at this point.
Yeah, you have got many of them, haven't you? Yeah, I would say if you like tuck them in when they were coming round to grab stuff, they weren't going through like stealing from you. They were taking your weapons and your bags. Essentially, they were trying to disarm you the best way they could. They weren't necessarily like give us everything of value. We're robbing you right now. So if you had like kept them in under your like, they've not made any of you take off any armors. So if you had it in within your armors and stuff, they weren't going round like undoing the buckles of people's stuff. So yeah, that'd be fine.
And then the second thing, for the noise that you made, can I do a nature check to see essentially if it's a normal animal like a rat or
Yep.
maybe something magic? Oh, it's a 9.
9. What's your nature?
I know nothing today.
What's your nature? Plus
My
mental.
nature's +6.
Yikes.
I rolled a 3.
I'm
going to refresh.
Yeah. No. You get nothing. The noise is 9 is quite bad. It's not super bad, but I suppose it's the noise is loud, which means whatever you think is down there seems to be quite big. I'd say you're likely intelligent enough to like 2 and 2 together to maybe estimate that there's at least some form of spiders down there, if not something else as well, because they've been riding giant spiders around. There were wargs in the camp. There were no spiders in the camp, so I wonder where the fucking spiders come from. So that sound, it sounded like a larger animal, and then you're like, cave, okay, maybe this is where the spiders come from. But whether there's anything else in there, you won't pick up with. No.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice. So yeah, you'll get settled down. If you kick a bit of shale and stuff in as it falls, you hear it falls. You hear it just fall down, and it's a couple of seconds before you hear it hit the ground. But it does hit the ground. It doesn't sound like it's like an infinite drop pit. It sounds like if you were to fall in there, it would like fucking hurt, if not kill you. It'd be like touch and go whether that fall would take you out. It's definitely a couple of seconds, and sounds like it was like a stone skimming off a stone as it hit down. So it's definitely not a soft landing. It didn't land in water or anything. It's about 2 minutes. You hear a bit of a shuffle as you all sit down there, and Scar and his guys all stand kind of to attention, kind of watching you sat as you're just hearing these sounds move around. And from that far side room, you just start hearing the echo out of like a voice, of like a song coming through. Someone just coming out. Please release me. Let me go. And then like popping around the corner is this large hobgoblin, complete bald head, as he steps up. Well, what have we here, my little Scar? You bring me the problems that have been making me sleep just a little bit worse every night. And I like to sleep at night, I do. As he steps forward. He is not so much bigger than everybody else, but you can see how he would be perceived as the leader. And as you get close, you can see he's got these real tiny little glasses sat on the end of his nose as he looks down and kind of like pulls them down to look at you guys. Well, my pretties. We finally meet. Welcome.
If you wanted to meet, you didn't have to send people with swords after us.
Well, I sent people on one of my wonderful little beasts to have a chat. I got told you sent the moon after them.
Well, that's because they attacked us.
Did they attack you?
It wasn't that one, Zaga.
Well, the group before attacked us, so we assumed another group was going to attack us.
You mean when I sent my lovely little goblin friends to find out what the fuck is going on with dogs in the forest. And then out of nowhere, my specimen gets taken by 6 people. We've lost one somewhere along the line. Moving. Where's your friend? And he looks to Sky. He's like, where's the 6th one? There was an orc.
Oh, she's gone.
And he looks towards Scar. You see him like, almost like the look towards him. You see almost hear the knees buckle in these things. And he's like, there was only 5. There was only 5 when we found him. And he's like, all right.
Yeah, she wasn't with us long term. We were just delivering her somewhere.
Anyway,
The whole thing with the moon being thing, that was one big misunderstanding.
whoa, clearly it was.
If you want, if you want information about these dogs, maybe you know something about them, we don't, and we know something you don't. We can all get this sorted.
I'm sure we will, because us bloodcaps, we're fair, all right? We're not under the oppression of any dwarf, any fucking bugbear. We're our own people, free to roam where we want. We take what we need, but we only take what we need. You, on the other hand, so you mean take no murder in it? He looks to you, points his finger out. One of the guy comes behind you and just twats you on the side of the head with his the Buckley sword. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. I think you'll find I was speaking there, son. Yeah, listen to this.
I kind of hold my hand up in an apology.
Both hands. Less of this, more of this. He touches his ears. Right, where was I? Well, now you fucking put me off. What we're saying? The bloodcaps. We're fair. We just want our peace. And when I see a load of people moving around and a load of dogs appearing in the forest, and all of a sudden no one wants to come travelling through the borderlands, I get a little bit worried. Nobody's talking to Grisnak. We just want to know what's going on, alright? So I send my people out, and you dumb fucks keep getting in the way. So, how about we have a little sit down and find out what the fuck's been going on? And he walks...
Said your name was Grisnak, right?
Grisnak, that's right.
Hey, Grisnak. So look, the long and short of it is, the forest's trying to kill everybody, and that's why nobody's coming through here.
The forest is trying to kill everybody. He goes and gets a chair from like the back of the room, which now when you realise looks out of place. There's like one single dining room chair there. Spins it round, sits the opposite way around, cool guy style. Just like pulls out of his pocket like a piece of fruit. Just starts like skinning it off, eating a bit of the apple. So you're telling me the forest is killing people?
Oh yeah, it's doing loads of weird shit. Have you seen any ducks with like 7 heads? Or any cows that try and hypnotize you?
I myself, no. I tend to keep my business nice and tidy here, but we have seen...
Have any of your people seen anything weird in the forest?
No, we don't go to the forest as much, you see. We just tend to... Well, we push people in there, really, because we like to keep the plains. Much easier to spot people when they're out on the road. But, we have seen some weird... I mean, you've seen my friends here, and he gestures to the pit. These beasts have really helped us. Giant spiders. You feed them a little bit, and they seem... oh, well. They work with us enough. We keep them fed. They let us travel around in greater numbers than the wargs. And we have less casualties with the spiders than the wargs. But that's her nature problem. Don't worry about that. But they've been showing up not that long ago. So you're saying there's ducks with 7 heads.
For now, but the forest is trying. Whatever's in there is spreading out, and it's hurting people, and it's killing people, and it's turning people into dogs and shit. That's why everybody's leaving the borderlands.
He looks...
puts her hands up.
Mm-hmm. He looks off. Roll a persuasion check. He looks off to his... As he's looking at you guys. So he's sat... As he's essentially sat as close to the edge as you are. Sat... That I call it... It's not side saddle, is it? Whatever way around it is. Wrong way around on a chair. Eating his apple. And every so often he gets a bit like... Just chucks it in. And then you see that as he's looking at you guys as like on the one side of the circle, he just looks up to his right. If you followed his eye line, you'd see that less armoured hobgoblin is stood to the side, looking cross-section at all of your faces. So can you roll a perception check? You can see that they are rolling. Persuasion.
I was building up to
technically
something more, but I'll
Okay.
go persuasion now if you want.
Yeah, no, it's just there. You can see that as they're looking at you, you recognise the same thing you would do. That there is someone here watching your words.
That's an awful roll, but it's a 14.
14, nice. So yeah, there's nothing in there that was too. So that as they're looking, you can see that this person that's out there is watching you for essentially insight, for checking for lies, to see, and he will every so often Grisnak will just look towards them and then look back to you guys, just to get a feel for what's going on. So you can carry on, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Everybody's leaving the forest. It's not, and leaving the borderlands. It's not a safe place to be. Everyone from all these towns, we've got them all moving up to Allhearth. There's going to be nobody here for you to take anything from.
I was going to say, it's not good for your business models, so, you know, maybe we could scratch each other's back, you know, scratch my back, scratch yours.
If you were right, you'd be moving up to Allhearth or somewhere as well. And if you want help with the elves, I doubt they're going to take you in easily.
As you say,
It'd be
like,
better
you
if
should
somebody introduced you.
As you say, move up to Allhearth, he just starts laughing, just like. And as he looks back, like he looks to Sky, the other guys, and they just start going. Yeah. He's like, Allhearth. I'm not going to Allhearth. I told you we're under nobody's control here. This is our land.
You're gonna need to move north.
What are we gonna do in the north? Anyway, what are we talking about scratching backs anyway? What can you 5 little gobshites tied up in front of my pit do to help me and my blood caps?
Well, that's the thing, right? If you've got to move, and there's places where I'm gonna guess you guys aren't particularly welcome, maybe it would help if some people who were more welcome there and are known for doing things to help people who the forest is trying to kill put in a word for you.
So you expect me to believe that you can get me and my blood caps into Allhearth?
Well, not into, because we don't think they're going to take all of the other people from the borderlands in. Because you know elves, they're kind of snooty, and they're not going to want all these refugees around.
Exactly.
But we expect they'll be able to camp outside for a while.
So you want me to leave the safety of my encampments on the off chance of sleeping rough as the first line of defence for fucking Allhearth?
Believe me, it will not be safe for long.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of something called a death bloom?
You see him think, looks over to the couch to the side, and she kind of nods at. Is it? I can't remember if it is. No, it's man. Looks back and just kind of shakes something. Death bloom. This is the name you've given the forest that is trying to kill us.
Yeah, the forest is doing weird shit, man. Like every time we bump into something death bloomy, it's all protect the forest, and then animals attack us and weird shit happens. And we were fighting an owlbear, and then this thing with like antlers and and a hag told us to kill the death bloom.
A hag told you to kill the death bloom, and that is what
she made a deal with it, but now she wants out.
So your plan? You 5, your plan is to kill the death bloom, liberate the forest.
It would mean that people would be travelling through the borderlands again if we were to be successful.
Well, that's the most persuasive thing you've ever said.
Please don't make me roll.
Finally, someone is cutting it on. I still fail to see how the forest, which is fucking miles away, is going to make it to Allhearth. We've got the whole plains here. The forest is the forest. It's not going to come after us. But
the forest.
It might. Have you ever seen a walking tree?
Have I ever seen a walking tree? He looks, and she like, mate, we know of walking trees, but they're in the forest. Then why would the forest leave the forest?
The spread.
They want to make everything the forest. They're like a forestception. A forest inside a forest inside a forest.
The forest is. He goes, fuck. Punch my mic. Throws his apple up as it just drops into into the hole.
You asked what happened to the other one who was with us?
Yeah.
She was a druid. She's gone to see all the other druids in that druid place where they live and fill them in on all of this shit.
I also hear that some druids weren't invited, and I gesture towards one of them.
Well, yeah, only real druids.
The druids are just as bad as everybody else. He looks towards his like confidant over there.
Aye, but druids have stuff that can be acquired, whereas the forest has just got, I don't know, like wooden
Trees.
plants and stuff.
As you're going through and say that, he kind of looks at you for a second, and then you just like you see like a fiery. You feel behind you, Arta, like this like little warm like explosion, like a very small firecracker or something's gone off, and you see in front of you as he just disappears and teleports across the room, and he's right behind you, and he goes, "What the fuck are you saying? I suggest you leave the talking to this one." Points to Faywin. Because honestly, I don't know what the fuck you're going on about. As he's now walking, just like trotting behind you guys. If you turn to look, you can see he's kind of walked, hands behind back, having a little think to himself. The rest of the hobgoblins are kind of watching him. But yeah, he's just pacing behind your legs as he walks around.
Zach is gonna talk again now. Mm-hmm. Has he noticed the guy behind with the staff who's been, doing the...
So I think, yeah, if any of you were to look, you'd see, if you're talking to him, you'd see that as he's looking, because he's looking at you, like he's not unconfident, but you can see he's just kind of like his head has to turn a glance. If you were to look over, you would see the angle that this person has is the hobgoblin is looking at each of your faces. They want to be able to see each of your faces as you are talking, because they are just insight checking. They're just clocking everything you're saying, so he can be flamboyant and they're picking up stuff. That's it.
The leader again and say, "Hey, does your matey over there have any kind of mind reading abilities? Because if he does, I can show him exactly what this death bloom seems like."
Him just like stop. Mind reading abilities? What the fuck are you guys been getting up to? Turns back, looks, goes, "No.
You can't read minds? Well, one of us can probably read minds."
Well, he looks back at him. That's not going to help me, though, is it? If I can't read minds. Okay, so let's hypothetically say this is the situation. You guys have been a pain in my ass because you are trying to save the forest, but somehow that meant you've been fucking up my getting information. We'll put that one to one side. You're now here to trade said information, to get people back on the travel route, to come into the clutches of my little goblins, so I can keep taking their stuff, and we can keep living our free life here in the Borderlands. What are we exactly trading? You're going to go and kill this thing, and I've got to trust you're going to do it.
Well, right now, everyone's leaving the Borderlands. So, right now, it seems like you're pretty fucked.
I will say that as they're trying to avoid the Borderlands and make their way up north towards All Hearth and all that, they're probably going to take the more longer route away from the edge of the forest. They'll probably go the other trade routes. That's probably where you're going to find more people at this point in time. That's just what I have to say about that.
Yeah. Still in candy from a baby, isn't it? If you take it from a transport of people that are just walking down there.
Right? And then they're gone, and they're not coming back.
Well, also what I will say, there's a lot of people moving at one time, so they're going to have a lot of goods on them. You get some big takings.
Some big loots. Okay.
Is that all you want out of this, though? Think about it. You join us, you help us take down what is infecting this forest. You will be lauded.
Lauded.
People.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage just because of using the word. It's like,
With the word Lord.
Yeah.
We loved it.
That's 15.
15. You can see like he's about to like kick back to be like, we're free people, where else? And he's like, so, and a few. maybe only Faywin. Maybe only Faywin would know. Some of you might know, but Faywin, you would definitely know. So the hobgoblins and goblins mainly are like the working class race. So they have lands that are given out to them, but they either are mainly working for the dwarves in the Diamond Mountains in the mines, or they're working for the bugbears in the Iron Hills in the mines. And that's pretty much how they make their money. They're just like, they're the class going to do all the dirty work and are sick of it. This is a group of goblins and hobgoblins that have split from the Barren Pimples, where they live up in the northwest, and have just been reaving around like, fuck that, we're not going to be with anyone. So we want to stay away from everyone because everyone's an evil bastard. But there's that little piece when you're just like, oh my lord.
Lord Grisneck sounds good to me.
Yeah, you would hear the audible as you get to that piece. We'll come back to Von so you can finish, sorry. But you hear that, but as you said it, you just hear like his feet stop, as if you've like caught onto something. Lord. But you're asking the Bloodcaps to take a lot of risk for a lot of people. We need to make sure there's a lot of reward in it. This forest of yours isn't really on my doorstep at the moment, is it? It's just shutting down my trade, so I could just make while the sun shines and go somewhere else, maybe.
I mean, yes, today it's shutting down your trade, but soon enough it will make its way here. It's reached the Glimmering Hollow. It's reached those other towns closer to the forest. It's working its way north. It's
working its way out to Redvant.
Every direction.
Even Redvant, where we came from, it's over that way.
It doesn't care what it runs over. It wants to run over everything and take everything.
Right. Well, I was hoping I could just feed you to the spiders today, steal your stuff and get away with it, but
I want my stuff back.
well, you're not going to need it if you're spider food, are you? Interesting. Very interesting. Well, you've given me a lot to think about. And I like a problem. I'm a bit of a problem solver, they say. He's noggin, as he like taps on his... He's like kind of just appears, not right between each of your ears, but kind of like walking between each of your ears as he's doing. He's like, it's noggin. Ah, yes. Took us from humble servants to these fucking dwarves to be leaders of our own destiny. And now you're asking us to be the lords, to save everyone else.
So Zyger just wants to call out, fuck dwarves!
Yeah, fuck dwarves! And you hear a few of them behind her like, fuck dwarves! Alright. Okay. Let me put you up for the evening. Let me speak to my council. By the morning, we'll have an answer for you. But, yeah. Maybe there's something we can work out.
If you're gonna put us up, can you take these off? And he raises his hands and give us our stuff back.
Well,
We're all friends here, right? Fuck the dwarves.
Roll a persuasion check. It's very high DC because they're still not 100% sure.
Maybe there's a job we can do for you. You know, if you need
It's
something
only
doing.
15.
15. He looks at you and goes,
I rolled
nice.
2 dice rolls for persuasion. Dice for 3 and 4.
Oh, he's like, nice try, but no. Let us.
Can we at least get the hand things off so we can piss properly?
It is rather difficult.
He looks at you like, oh, yeah, we didn't really. He looks at the sky. He's like, we didn't really think about pissing. He's like, no. Everyone else just pisses themselves, don't they? He's like, oh, we let them just piss themselves, and we feed them to the spiders. He's like, fuck. Man, we need to look at some of that. He's like, pass that on to HR as well. All right. Let me send you back. We'll get you some grub. We'll put you in the lovely little cave that your escapee was in as well, because it'll be dry in there. We'll put you under guard, and I may have a few questions. Is there anything else you want to throw in my lap before we go away and ponder your
Well, you know, any support that you could offer us in ending this threat to the forest and the borderlands would be more than appreciated.
You've got that the wrong way around. Is there anything else you more want to offer before we think about how useful you might be to us?
Offer. No, I think you know everything now. Everything pertinent.
Like
Well,
I
we
say,
can kill a
we
walking
could always,
trees, so we'd be careful of those.
we can offer our services.
Services. Well, we're pretty capable. Yeah.
Oh, not saying you're not, but you're a busy guy, busy people. Maybe you need more than one thing doing at once.
So,
And you don't want to leave this place. I mean,
true.
we want to leave this place.
All right. Right, Scott. Good job, buddy. Take them back. Put them in the cave. Keep them away from the spider food, and keep your guards on them. Let me have a think. We'll come back. I think we might let you. I'll have a think about it. He's like, there's a lot going on right now. I need a bit of help. He's like, Zog, come on, let's go and have a chat. And he's like, go. He says to Sky, he's like, Sky, when you're done, back, go and get Rend. As he shouts off, and he's like, right, you guys. And he goes, poof, and shoots the other side. He's like, well, didn't get to feed me spiders, but this has been a lovely little conversation. So I will see you, hopefully, alive in a couple of hours. Stretches and then like trots off down the thing. You see the one they called Zarg, the one with the staff kind of dots around the outside. It doesn't like speed off after him. It's like kind of a measured move round as Scar and his guys kind of grab you and goes, well, you done well there, didn't you? Come on, and drags you off to the that cave where you found.
Hey, Scar, what about our hands? Your man said we could piss.
Yeah, well, once we get you in the cave and we are sure that it's safe enough in there, then maybe we'll think about it, eh?
Does the cave smell like piss?
Why do you have everybody pissing themselves? That's just weird, dude.
Oh God, are we gonna have to poo in buckets?
I mean, you either piss yourself or you poo in a bucket. It's up to you.
What about both?
Or whatever tickles your fancy, mate. As he like
I
drags you
mean,
through the rain.
if they're having people piss themselves because their hands are manacled, then they're probably having people shit themselves too. Speaking of, Bonbon, how are you doing? You went down there, I was worried. Did you might have shit yourself?
I can assure you, I did not shit myself.
Zaga,
Touch it.
can Zaga do an insight check to see if Bonbon's walking funny because there's shit in his
Yeah,
pants?
you're at the right height to notice as well.
7.
No, it's not gonna be high enough. No, it's wet, so you're not sure. You've been in the rain a long time.
Squelching could be his pants. It could be
Exactly, could be anything. There's a lot of moisture. So they take you out to that little cave bit, which I think only Otto had seen. So you can see that there is a small cave. It is probably 20, 25 foot across, about 10, 15 foot deep, only 10 foot high. So like the taller of you are pretty like close. You've got a bit of headroom, but you're pretty close to it. It's not a super luxurious cave hole. You can see this is like even burrowed out as a smaller hole that's been made bigger. You can see the grate where Callum was held off to the side, which Otto could point out. They don't put you in that smaller hole there. They just throw you in the main area, and they leave guards inside with you there. The Scar goes, I'll go find out about the hands. You just take your time here. We'll have some someone send in some, I don't know, whatever we got around. I'm sure you'll be on your way. Once this storm's kicked off, sooner rather than later, as you hear like the thunder and lightning is going off all over the place. So yeah, he shoots off to go and speak to the guys. So yeah, you're all inside this small cave. You can hear that the storm outside is rumbling on. And then about 5 minutes later, one of them comes, just a brown, sort of brown sworded guard comes in and just says, I've been asked to just check with you guys. Does anyone know anything about the underground, like the dark, underdark? Anyone? Ring a bells with anybody?
Do I know anything about that in my knowledge of the wastes. I can roll. If you want me to.
Yeah. Or roll history, unless you've got something else you want to call on. DCs will be different for different people depending on their backgrounds.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I probably do, seeing as I speak Undercommon, right?
You have the best chance
So-
of knowing. Yeah. I think it was
I got
Yes.
10.
10. Anyone else?
Nope.
Need to roll that.
Nothing.
No, I was going to say if anyone else was rolling, because I can elaborate further from rolls.
I have some knowledge.
So, Callan would have told you some stories, Arta, which would have linked and would have like flickered a bit when you met the Myconid. There is like the you walk the ground, but this level of the ground isn't the only ground, and there's ways to travel below the ground, and there's magical beings and bright lights and stuff. And it's almost like would have been like wondrous stories that started as like childhood bedtime stories about the bioluminescence of the Underdark and the passages and the magical creatures that are down there. And then, like as you got older, would have led on to a bit more information. But he hadn't travelled it a lot, if like a few times in his life. But when you see the Myconid, that would have kind of think you're like, oh no, there must be, that's like the cavernous system that must run there. I think Von, you know that underneath the border forest is huge, like cavernous system that kind of, especially there's areas that link to near where you lived, like from Recht out, so from the city on the west, the Elven city in the west, is kind of like semi on the surface, semi underground. So there is lots of a lot of your wood elf, what are they called? Not trade posts, settlements, like the small towns and stuff, are kind of across the levels. They kind of they range in the trees, but there's where the roots die in. It doesn't take long before some of them are built down into like on the cusp of being in the Underdark. So you know that there is some underground tunneling and stuff. Don't think you would have known it goes further out because you would have been right on the cusp, and you know that it goes back west. But obviously, east of you is across the river on here, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility that there's more of it the other side of the river. Which, if you remember, the mushrooms. But yeah, the Myconid you met would have had access at different points because they can't travel in the sunlight to different levels of the Underdark. So the Underdark that sprawls across the border forest.
Well, why did you ask about knowledge of the Underdark?
Well, I don't know. I just asked if anyone knew anything about it.
I could possibly help.
Okay. We'll pass it on. For now. And he goes round and he goes, no funny business. We've got guards here. And he goes and just like undoes the clips in your hands. Grisnak took pity on the lady needing to pee with her hands tied up. So you all have her to thank. He said the rest of you can shoot yourself. And he goes round and undoes the look. And then you see that there's a slight, like almost like tense in the guards that are watching you are in a less relaxed state now, as they are kind of now keeping an eye on you as you take around. And it's not like it's a really nice cape. It's not like tables are set around. You're pretty much sat on the floor, or some boxes and stuff that you can pull up. But yeah, they are there at the entrance, standing, watching you guys.
Faywin finds a bucket to pee
Mm-hmm.
with her hand.
Do you get cover? Pee in her hands.
No. Now she has her hands free.
Nice. So you sitting there as the night rumbles on. You see as an hour or so goes by, these guards are in. A few other guards come in and have a chat, and they do a little bit of changeover and stuff. Mainly because it's dry in here and it's absolutely pissing it down outside. As the thunderstorms and now the lightning start to kick in. You can see out the cave entrance. The way you're faced is just a big entrance door. I'll say big, it's like 5 foot across. But you can see out, and in the darkness with the light, a lot of the torches would have been extinguished by now. So darkness across that campus there. You can hear the tarpaulin just be absolutely clattered with rain, and then you hear the thunder, and then that lightning just lights the air. It disappears as you await something from anybody inside.
Is this a time we could take a long rest?
I was going to say, it's up, if you guys want to,
Is it going to be all night?
if you want to hunker down for the night, you might get interrupted. But yeah, if you guys just want to hunker down for the night, you can definitely attempt to long rest and make comfy your base in there. These guards are going to stand watch you all night. If you're happy to be like, we're just going to sleep and try and see it through, then yeah.
Exactly.
Phelan comes back from her feet and is happy to do 4 hours on, 4 hours off if on it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we need to keep watch. They keep watching us.
No, I know, but we're still 4 hours
Yeah.
for our long rest.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can try.
try and get the 4 hours in.
Yeah, it's not the comfiest, but it's there. Cool. So yeah, you're in for about 2 hours, maybe 2-3 hours, as the storm runs on, and you're waiting to hear anything back from the guys. Can you all roll d6s for me, please?
3.
3.
6.
Nice.
1.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's
Mine was a shiny 6, so that helps.
fucking teamwork. Nice. About 2-3 hours in, whoever's on first, I think all of you though would get. You hear a bit of shuffling, you hear a bit of noise, a couple of screams going out between the thunder. With the thunder and the rain that's coming down, it's hard to pick it out at first. But yeah, you hear like a few calls, and then you hear that doof, 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 the drum that's going on outside as the guards kind of shift, kind of like draw their weapons at you, and then realise that you guys are here. So that doesn't really make sense as to what's going on. And then you hear a couple of cries from outside as like huge gusts of wind, as you can see like the rain and shit that's flying around there. You can hear a bit of screaming and the running of mud. The guards kind of stand and look, and they're like, "No funny business. You guys stay here."
What's going on?
You see, as they say that, and one of them goes, "Right, you watch it." I think it's like 3 guards probably watching you. One of them goes, "I'll go check." As he goes and steps outside, you see like a streak of lightning across the floor, just fly straight past. As he goes, "Ah!" and just gets electrocuted. It comes and just is like his metal plate lights. A bit of his, you can see like almost where. He gets his arm sizzling a bit, that like this lava ichor comes out the guy as he screams, draws his sword to the other side and runs out.
You know, it might be a good idea to give us our weapons. We can help fight whatever's coming.
And he's like, "Wait, until we get told anyway, just stay where you are. We'll be okay. We'll be okay."
It didn't look like it, but whatever.
You hear more screaming going on as the time goes by, as like another like thunderous boom goes out. As you hear, roll. Can you all roll perception checks for me?
Otter just saw murmurs in the sleep and says, "Keep me down, I'm trying to sleep in here."
You can hear the drums going off, and you hear the call to arms of the guy.
Art is too busy getting soothed by the sound of the thunder and the lightning.
Too much.
Rolled a 7 on his perception check.
Nice,
Zagger is perceptive as ever as rolled a 1.
nice.
11 for Phelan.
I also got an 11 as well.
After being rudely awakened,
Yeah.
Otter's quite perspective, 14. Oh, sorry, 15.
Nice, 15. So you, as you're listening out, Otto, you can hear, what sounds like a deep, like, whoa. So like within the noise of the rain and the thing, that you can hear what sounds like the verbal components of someone's calling out, or someone's casting something with quite like a deep reverberating voice that comes out. There's something in the air that isn't natural, obviously, and this is some magic that's being used as well, with the wind and stuff goes out. As this happens, you kind of cotton on, and you all get woken up. The guards, Scar comes in around the corner. He just says, "Right, you up now, let's go." And he's like, "Come on!" And they shuffle you out of the cave, back into that back entrance where the
Just to clarify,
Yep.
we did not get our 8 hours.
You did not get your 8 hours there.
Did whoever
I have
helped
not long
went
rested,
first
so it's
get
fine.
4 hours.
No, it would be just shy of 4 hours.
I think you said 3, yeah, so we would.
You rolled the 2 ones, unfortunately.
Did anyone press the button?
Nope.
Better not press the
Nope.
button, as I'll have to kill you. As you
We're gonna
run,
kill you,
as they like again
Oh,
usher
I
you
haven't
out,
pressed
usher you out. Don't press the button. As
I
they
did want to change some spells, but I haven't pressed the button.
no, that's fine. As they usher you out, you come out of the corner, and they're just like try and push you back towards the way you came. It's very short. It's like a 20-foot run back into the cave. But Scar's like, "Come on, get back into the cave!" He's like, "We're under attack!" As he's like moving you up and moving you up, you can see at the front, if you like glance back, especially with those poor perception scores as well, you just see what is familiar to all of you as a big like cloud of fog sitting over the front. You can't even see the front of the camp anymore. This fog cloud, very reminiscent of the
Sorry,
ones.
where are they taking us back to the cave entrance or
Back-
to the back where we met the?
To the back, yeah. Sorry, into
Where
the
the
cave,
was.
where Grisneck was.
Again, Zaga will try and call out for their
Mm-hmm.
weapons. If something's coming to kill us all, I'd feel much better about it if I had my weapon in my hand.
Cool. So yeah, they usher you in and like get you into the.
I don't even need a weapon. I just want my shield.
They drive you back into the cave mouth. Is there? As they come forward, you can see that as you kind of get in, the brief amount of time that you were outside in the rain. I just realised this is just a nice, super peaceful music. I'm trying to hype myself. It doesn't work. Puts the intensity up. As you get there, you get inside, and Zart looks at you. Give me a persuasion check as Scar kind of leaves you to turn back to the battle, and you're like, "Give us our weapons, we can help."
Yeah. Fuck's sake, these dice rolls. It's a 14.
14. He's like, he taps. He's like, "Alfie, go. Grab what you can from their goods." And as Alfie runs out, you see another lightning line comes across, just completely sizzles Alfie. And he's like, "Oh fuck!" Scar goes, "Wait here!" As he goes to run back out into the thing. The fog cloud itself is just about 5 foot away from the entrance of that cave was. But you guys, so all you can see is like a few tents. You can see the tent to the right hand side, cave entrance to the left, and straight forward is fog cloud that's just there. As Scar
Are
goes to head out.
we on manacles now?
You are, yeah,
we've
you've
done
been on
that.
manacled for before you rest, yeah.
Okay. Can I summon my weapon?
You, if you want to summon a weapon, you can. Before I say something. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so you go to summon your weapon. But those of you that are further in the cave behind you hear someone, a very calm voice be like, "This better not be your doing." And you turn around and see the figure of Zarg stood there, looking intently into your eyes. "For you're under attack, and Gris finds out you've had something to do with this. He won't be very happy."
The fuck could
We've
we
been
do?
locked
We were
up in there.
a fucking cave.
I can assure
I had to
you.
piss in a
nothing to do with
cave.
We're offering to
this-
help.
We're trying to help. She's like,
We're offering to help. We wouldn't be attacking ourselves if we were trying to help.
well,
And a single tear rolls down my face.
And if we were going to do it, we'd do it in better weather than this.
this is true.
That's a
Wait, what do you mean? This is perfect weather.
Actually, as Zarg goes, well, maybe it's time for you to get to work then. And we'll, at one at a time.
Is Zaga Hobgoblin?
Zarg is a hobgoblin, but like a smaller hobgoblin. They're more mage-like than soldier-like. So they've still got the chain on, but they've got a mage in the hand. And seeing you guys cast, like one at one, he'll be like, I don't say he's like super slimy, but like a little bit slimy in personality compared to like the charismatic nature of
Like
Gris.
Wormtongue.
Yes, yeah. As seeing you cast, summon your weapon, it's like, well, you look like you're ready first. Puts his hand on your shoulders, you disappear, and then he'll just go one by one as he's gonna just like as the time goes in, essentially teleport you to that tent. So you get teleported, Otto. So you appear in the rain outside the front of the tent. Scar's there, like, "What the? Grab your stuff!" As each second goes by, she just walks up to you one by one and says, "Good luck," and just like teleports you in. Can you all roll initiative, please? And then we'll take a break.
My dice rolls have been dog shit.
Yeah.
this session.
30,
It'd be
20.
nice to have some spell slots, but we were rudely awakened.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I got mine back.
20.
Right,
14.
I missed all the dirty 20s. So Von, who else had a dirty 20?
Yeah, I was 30. Yeah, I was 30.
Me.
Faven.
Faywin.
Zaga was a 22.
Ooh!
So you said you had dog shit rolls.
I know.
That was the first good one.
Zaga, Faywin,
Like 3
Von,
persuasion checks, I rolled 3, 4, 3.
Otter.
It's a
Otter?
good thing I get plus 11.
I got 15.
15. Oh, fucking hell. That's, I mean, you're all above 14. That's good. So, we have... Nice. That is that. I can set up the rest of it during the break. But yeah, you guys are teleported doof, 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 one by one
We got our stuff back.
by this mage to your stuff. Yeah, your first round will be picking up and arming yourself, but we can say it's free action. So you're going to be grouped around one place as it starts. But yeah, we'll take our pee break and then we will come back to see what is going on in the camp.
Before everyone runs off, just quickly, out of Otter, Von, and Arta, which one of you is best with a quarterstaff? Because I completely forgot that I've got a fucking quarterstaff.
Well, they would have
Oh,
taken
yeah.
the quarters
Yeah,
off,
you've got-
obviously, I suppose.
Yeah, it's all
Oh,
your
but
stuff
no,
there.
you
All your
need
stuff's
to
back.
go.
They've given you all your stuff, but yeah.
We don't need to
All three
attune
of
to
you-
No,
it.
I don't need it.
All three of you would need to attune to it anyway.
Yeah. I completely forgot.
Fuck it, we do. Just worry about it later.
Yep.
Yeah.
I completely forgot last session that I even had it.
Oh yeah, I put it in your bag, didn't I?
How does that work if we've had stuff taken away from us and we were attuned to it?
We won't worry about
And we
that
now
for the
get it
60.
back.
Normally it would be, well, yeah, if it's you normally have to unattune to it or lose the item for like a long period of time. Just being away from the item for a bit, you probably wouldn't lose your attunement to it, but for the sake of it was more like plot that you had your stuff taken away than me trying to mechanically screw
Yeah.
you over. Same as like first round, you'll have your stuff, but it's just I'm putting you all together on the map to start. So then from your go, you move out from that point. Rather than saying, your first round is picking up your weapon and equipping it. It's like, no, let's just roll with it because even I don't know how to do that.
I assume
Sweet.
that I'm not on fire anymore.
No, you've not been on fire for a while because it's been hours. You would have been dead.
If you were still on fire now, you'd probably be dead. Man.
I'd have no eyelashes, no eyebrows.
Nice. So we are back in. You have seen so far. Clouds. Sorry, the fog cloud is in. That's what you can see in front of you. There are. Before you move, there were runs from certain hobgoblins that have charged in, and you've just seen lightning coming out, and then people getting pushed back by waves as the rain is just absolutely bucking it down here. But as you are standing here, looking into the fog, unless you have a way of looking into the fog, no one can see.
Otter can't
Heavily
see in magic
obscured.
darkness anymore, can he?
No, you can't.
No, I wouldn't be able to see fog anyway.
So the fog is held, and the winds and stuff that are flying around it are coming from a source that is not pushing the fog out of the way. It's been held, it's been maintained in that area. So up first is Zach. I mean, you all rolled really well. So essentially, you're all going first,
But we don't.
but you can't at the moment. You can't see. You're all there together, but you can't see what's going on.
Reflection for anything goes. Let's turn to Arthur and say, Storm's your thing. Any idea what the hell's causing this?
Well, basically, what happens is the water evaporates, and then after a while, particularly in warm, humid conditions, it creates a cloud, and that can cause lightning and stuff.
Okay. You're welcome for that setup, by the way.
Weatherman Arta, and I salute him.
I salute back.
That's both your guys, right? For wasting everyone's time.
Oh yeah, that was my go. That's fine. Yeah.
Right, what are you about? Zaga's up first.
You asked if it was both our goes.
Yeah, no, I was. But actually, you two are next to each other, so if you want.
It's not a great deal to do right now, is it?
Position.
Can I move forward 30 odd feet?
Yeah.
Is there anywhere I can hide behind a tent?
Here. It's closest. 30 foot won't get you any behind any other tent, unless you want to come across. But no, obviously the white buildings are the tents, which provide some cover.
Yeah, I'll just move up 30 foot and
Yeah, you can sit on the corner.
wait there.
Yeah,
Nothing else to do.
cool. You're not holding anything. You don't do anything else.
No.
Cool. Fabian, you're up.
Is John still above me?
Yeah, John's been just like
I didn't
at the
see
top
why.
of the
He's
the
nested in a
thing.
tree
Yeah, he's got in a little nook in the side of the rock, and just trying to keep himself dry.
John's not coming out in this weather.
Sun's out, no guns out.
Mm-hmm.
If... Oh, it's fucking... Big up Hector, he's the one with the hearing and smell. Because if I were
He
to
does
send one
things?
in with... Even at disadvantage, he wouldn't be able to see, would he? It's basically blind in that sort of fog.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go something. See, it's heavily obscured, so yeah, be
Yeah, there's not
relying
really
on.
much point. If I could please move behind Zaga diagonally down a bit.
Yeah,
I'm pointing on my screen.
further than that.
Maybe one further away from it.
Yeah, you
Down.
get there.
Yeah. It's okay if I'm not on the screen. I know where I am. I can
Yeah,
see it a little
there's
one.
enough.
Um,
Just about.
And then can I hold an action in case something comes flying out of the fog to attack me?
Yep.
And get John to come down from his nest and give Von the help action because he saw him go down and he's a little bit nervous that he's not feeling quite himself yet.
John's on Von's head.
Yeah.
Nice. Hold action. Von, you're up.
Can I move my full 35 forward towards the fog cloud?
This is why you need John, you crazy boy.
Through the middle of the tent, or you want to go around the outside?
Through middle of the tent
Yeah, you can go
and get as close as possible to it.
35. You can get up by the tree.
What's the distance from me to the fog cloud then?
40, 35, 40.
Oh, that's a tree. I was going to ask what that was.
Yes, true.
Okay.
It's a big bush.
It's not going to get me close enough, is it?
You can just keep running forward. I can't think anything bad will ever happen.
No, exactly.
Every time you run forward, it always goes really well.
It always goes perfectly fine. Almost like I never learned my lesson. Yeah, that's not going to reach, is it? Fuck. Okay, I'm going to... I'm going to hold a frostbite in case anything goes to attack me. I'm stepping out from the...
Yep. Yes. Okay. So you want to like be in? Yeah. You want to have so your sight line from here though is only going to be like
it's not very good.
yeah. It's going to be this side because you've got this tent here.
In which case, is it still pissing over rain?
Yeah.
Can I instead then attempt to hide? I
Yeah.
have my
Yeah,
mask of wild, which will help when I'm lightly obscured by the rain.
Yep. Yes. Give me stuff roll.
That's not very good. That's
Does John
only a
help
10.
with stealth rolls or not?
Yes. Tail action. So it's only technically. Yes.
hide him with
but
his
it doesn't
wing.
really make any sense. But yeah, if he's giving you help action, it's advantage.
Okay.
John points
Oh,
to
that's
a
even
really
worse.
good
The
tree.
10 was the higher one. So.
Oh, okay.
John hides you with his spectral
10
wing.
in total.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Anyone with a passive perception above 10 still sees you.
Yep.
Cool. Up next, sorry, before Arthur and Otto, up next is Scar. He's going to look across to you guys and just be like, have you got any ideas for just getting rid of this shit? It's like, now's the time.
I'll telepathically say to him, I just need to get closer.
Who did it? Who goes there? He has. He has no one to go for. Yeah, he just, you see as he shouts out, for his one back here, from the back, he just fires off two blades, it's the eye fire attacks. Just fires off these fireballs, just front towards the thing. You see them already losing a bit of their vert before they get in, but they just disappear into the fog cloud. It's like, fuck. Arta, you are next. Arta up after, and then it's the...
How close can I get to the fog cloud from where I am?
What's your movement?
30.
$40, $45. It's between 40 and 45 because of the way the square's laid.
Sorry, how close can I get with my 30-foot movement?
Yeah, your 30 foot will put you within 45 foot. So it's like
I'm going to sit there pondering weather.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready an action.
What are you ready?
I'm going to ready a cantrip, Toll the Dead, if any creature comes out of the thing.
Okay.
Enemy creature. Just in case, it's Callan or something.
Any enemy creature.
That is obviously within 60-foot range that I have on that spell, on that cantrip. But no, I'm going to sit there pondering the weather.
Great, cool.
Oh, what lovely, lovely thunder.
Like he shouts out, is anyone can do? And you stand there and just go, is there anything I can do?
I can't do anything.
6 seconds to you never know. Right, up next are arrow guys who are going to take positions behind cover, step out, and again, just at disadvantage, fire into the cloud. 1/2, 1/6 as arrows fire off. Up next, as the thunder and the clouds rain on. Do. Okay, I need my own things. 5, 10 foot sphere. Yeah, boom. Vaughn, can you give me a Constitution saving throw? And 2 of these dudes need to give me Con saving throws as well. One passes. Oh, they've got that.
Who's doing con saves? Von.
That's 19.
19 passes, which is good. As you feel the ground start to shake, and as this loud, ringing, thunderous roar just hits, and you can see this tent next to you shakes, and it's seeing one of the supports gives way from the front as the 2 guys behind you are like, whoa! But all of you together manage to hold off. You still will take 6 points of thunder damage. Cool. And then in front of you, Feywind, you see.
Is this all before my go,
Yeah. You see this one in front of you, Feywind, take a crossbow. This guy here that comes out from like the side of the general direction of the front, but yeah, you just see as he stood there, like make way to move forward, a crossbow bolt just clatters into him. Another one fires over here, but misses out, hits the tent behind. As Otter, you are next.
I want to send out a spell right in the middle of the fog cloud.
Yep.
It's a 30-foot radius sphere.
There's no more things, so you can't do that, unfortunately. Yep.
Sickening radiance. So any creature that moves into
Yep.
the first time or starts a turn within that sphere, well, has to make a con save.
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Okay, cool. Anyone that starts their turn in there or ends their
moves
turn
into
in
it for the first
or
time.
moves into it has to roll a
Con save.
Okay, cool. Okay,
And I am concentrating.
and you are concentrating. Up next, my magey friend. Some more fucking. There's some more minis. And you can just be a goblin for now. It's going to step forward. She's already teleported you. It's a she, definitely a man. Is there anything from back here? Oh, God. 60 foot. It's real far away, isn't it? 30 foot. Okay, so she's going to use her full movement. So the mage is going to come out, duck behind the guy here. I'm just going to different mark. I don't want to forget. But has used the full movement to come out. As you can see, that they're looking into the fog, looking to prepare again, and a similar sort of spell. And then it's up to the fire runners now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So there. As they're going to get to the front. You can go as well. As they charge forward, I'm just trying to think.
There's a reaction. Can I tell to say to Scar? So I'd advise you not to run in there if I were you.
30. Good point. 5, 10. Oh, 30 foot from the centre, so you want it to be like around the entrance, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. So it's back here. Okay. So yeah, these guys run. Is it visible?
Yes, it's a dim greenish light.
Okay. So they, as he says that, as they're running forward,
It spreads round corners as well.
yeah.
Just here.
It's just as long as it's visible, because then they'll see it and choose. If they see
Yeah.
something, they're going to choose not to run into it, aren't they? If it's invisible, then they're kind of fucked. Okay, so they run to the point of the 30 foot, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, this guy's fine in the corner. That's fine. It's good. Cool. So they run up, scimitars light on fire. The rain not stopping these as they stand and wait for the fog to dissipate. Background to the top. No one has appeared. Zaga.
I will stay where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, pause.
Nice. Feynman.
Can I shout to the guy in front that got a crossbow? Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, he ran
Is he
forward.
one of the ones that ran forward?
Yeah.
I was just going to ask if he's alright.
He was
Can-
crossbow to your chest.
Can I move forward 1 square?
You can.
Just edge forward slightly. And then use my bonus to tell John to keep helping Ron Van.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just hold an action again this round. Again, for something coming out to attack one of our guys.
Nice. Von, you're up.
Can I move up to the edge of the Sickling Radiance?
Yeah, as I say, that's up to the Sickling Radiance, right? So you can get to alongside the dude.
Yep. And then can I... Oh, it's... Second... Oh, actually, how... Yeah, second level.
Yep.
Cast Destroy Water on the fog cloud. So at second level, it's a 35-foot cube that gets dissipated.
A 35-foot cube. Interesting, because... Yeah, give me a second. That's where you're going to pick.
It's got a range of 30 foot, so I'm going to just aim
Aim in
30
front.
foot away from me. And that will cover... Yeah.
So you're 30-foot cube in a...
It's like the bonus ball on
catch.
catchphrase, which bit are you going to get?
It is. So where do you want to do? So you want to do the bit in front of you?
Yeah.
Cool. And how far? 30...
It's 35-foot cube.
Hang on. So I need to go back. Okay, so it is like slightly wider than that. In front of you, cube here. So this cube, 35 foot, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So you can take out this side of the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because it still goes
For
back
£50, can you tell me what Mr. Chips is up to there?
In front, you don't see. Yeah, as it clears, there's no one in that ball there.
Can I then bet back in behind the tent?
Yep. Yes. Yeah. What? Read me the wording on that second radiance thing. What's the thing it creates? Does it have any visual
Dim
impairment?
greenish light spreads within 30-foot radius sphere, centered on a point you choose. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Spreads around corners until their spell ends.
Okay. So there was just a green hue. Okay. I just want to check it visually was impairing some stuff in some way. Nice.
I
So
don't
yeah,
think it impairs. It's a dim greenish light it gives off.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, Von, you clear this section of a fog disappears. The other section is remaining as they can't because that thing's up. Scar's just going to get these guys to hold again. He's going to take position behind this soldier here, just to try and keep no here probably to keep an eye on the battle just about, but with a bit of cover. But yeah, whilst that green blob's up, he's not moving anywhere. Arta, you are up again.
Okay, I'm gonna actually move this time.
Hmm?
So I'm gonna move as close to the front line as I can. In that big space to the south of everyone seems like a good place to be.
35. You can get like here. Maybe
Yeah,
a bit,
that's perfect.
yeah.
That's exactly where I was looking at. Yep, perfect.
Nice.
There is something I need to. Oh wait, no, I need to double check it.
Am I going to do anything else? No, because there's people in the way, so I can't really do anything.
Yeah, you can see those the firebrand swords are all just stood there waiting to. They're like waiting to go. The fog's cleared a bit, but yeah, there's this orb in front, so they're just waiting to hold. But there is no enemy via the cleared bit that you can see with them here.
How big's the space in the uncleared bit? Roughly.
That's 30 foot, so what, 40, 50 foot maybe? To the gate.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's that area of effect, so that's cool.
Mhm.
I'll just continue my musings on the weather. I'm not even gonna hold an action this time.
Nice. The arrows.
I'm in my element.
You'll love it, life. They're going to. He's already got a good angle. These guys will come here. This guy turns. You see as the archer runs down to get an angle on the fog cloud, sees the air it's cleared, is scouting out, shouts out, "Over there, other side of the fence!" and draws his bow, fires out towards whatever it is seen. And we'll hit. Where did these fireboys go? Nice. So yeah, you see over on for those at the front who would be looking, Von, Arta, Faywin. You guys would. No, Faywin, you're behind that thing. I think Von, maybe Arta. You'll see firing over to as you're looking out, firing over to the right hand side, close to the rock. But over the wall, he's fired at as this explosion of his arrow goes off with the blazing crossbow. Up next is... oh, it's them. Otto's after. So, what is this con save?
Con 15. 15.
Oh, hang on, that's another thing I need to roll. Okay, cool. Con 15. That's a fail.
Okay, takes 40, then 4d10 radiant.
Mm-hmm.
That's 19 radiant altogether.
19 radiant.
Yeah. He suffers 1 level of exhaustion and emits a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius. This light makes it possible for the creature to benefit from being invisible.
Okay.
The effect of levels of exhaustion will go away when the spell ends.
Okay. So minus 1 to roll. So we do 19. Okay, cool. Nice. That's their go, though, isn't it? Nice. So you see the larger fog cloud that was out about. The rain's still coming, but the larger cloud that was up and around dissipates slightly as stepping out from the fog up to 30 foot right is a like Super Saiyan mode version of Callum. The dwarf flying out. Looking at first glance, I think you wouldn't recognise. Seeing the dwarf quickly, him now, his hair is like static out. The silver beard is almost like glistening white, and his eyes are like white, pure white balls in there of like lightning strike as he comes out with his warhammer swinging over his head. It's like, give me back my boy! And charges for this guy forward. He's going to get out of the...
I knew it was going to be Cullen.
Of course it was going to be Cullen. As he's going to charge out and hit the first thunderous guy.
Makes you wonder why you didn't do this earlier.
Oh, you're fighting now, you bastard!
Give me my boy! He doesn't hear you, actually, to be fair. He's in Super Saiyan mode. Cool, so he's going to do that, and then he's going to pump in 2d6. So as he flies in, and 18. Nice. Does 18 points of damage to this first guy. As he slams him with the hammer, you just hear this roar off as Cullen's in. Hits the first guy, and drops his concentration on his other spell. I think that's it. You can see the hammer itself has this kind of like tinge, just aura that's glowing around it. Although, actually, from where he is, you'd have heard him shout, "Give me back my boy." But I don't think actually any of you can see him.
Would Arta recognise his voice as his dad?
I don't think Arta's ever seen Callan go Super Saiyan. So
I
he might
concur.
do.
Daddy!
You'd have been told off
Pondering
from
the
him
weather
before.
anyway, you know.
Yeah, he keeps pondering. What's your passive perception? Oh no, it would be. What's your general intelligence? It's bad.
Arta's, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's -1. It's 8.
Roll a luck check. Just roll a d20.
That is a nat 1.
You are
Bloody
still
hell.
pondering the weather. But yeah, I don't think as he comes out, that the angle at which he had to leave and hit, there Von is behind a tent. Faywin would maybe catch a glimpse past people and thing, and all you would have seen is like a floating lightning bolt kind of just move forward without clear eyes. I don't think any of you seen who it was. As more arrows will fire over towards 2 in front. 2 hits as these 2 front guys again as they're standing there, 2 bolts into the side of them. And it is Otter, you're up.
Why do I have to be the first one to react? So I don't know it's Colin.
You don't know it's Callan, no.
Okay, can I see him? Possibly at this point at all?
You can't.
Is
Well,
in,
no.
to, is
You
in to
could
be able to
move,
do
you see.
something, and I would have to step out.
Yeah, you have to step out to see. Yeah.
Yeah, step out.
So if you stepped out, you'd have heard the guys, and you know these guys are starting to move now, so you know that something's happened. As you step out and look down the line, you see Scar on your right, yeah, the mage on the left, and then through the middle, this like floating form of the dwarf.
I still don't know it's Colin. And I cast as a bonus action Hexblade Curse on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will fire Tail just blast him.
Nice.
Well, the first one's not going to hit. Yeah, no, this is the second one, so it's all good.
Fire off into the fog that still remains. Two Hellish Rebukes. Not Hellish Rebukes, sorry. Two Eldritch Blasts. Nice. That's your movement and action. You staying there?
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay. Then it's the main runners. Okay, so it's the fire runners. They're gonna go for him. First one hits, and his second attack hits. But then 15, 25. He's going to. What can he do? Okay, cool. That one's going to go in. Yikes and mash. So this, as those ones are running, you're looking down. As you see down after your misses, Otter, you see the flame blades go in. All four strikes slamming into Callan's there. 5. That one's going to make it. This one's not going to make it. This one's going to go. No, this one's going to make it. There's no way you can get close enough. And the last one miss.
Trying to look good in front of our friend, new friends. Like, yeah, get him, go on.
Yeah. As they're there. As with the last one, you see from behind the tent. You all see from behind the tent. This is like a Pikachu-style static ballers. It gets Wrath of the Stormed, if we know what that is. Takes. Okay. One succeeds. Cool. One succeeds. The rest take the damage. As that is, there goes Zaga. Round to you at the top.
Question.
Can I just ask, are they in the Radiance?
Oh shit. Then yeah, they are the Radiants. Yeah, I need to roll for 3 of them.
Yeah, 15.
Nice. So they took. Oh. Put minus in there, and then 15.
I mean, I could just, if I see them do it, drop it, but...
Yeah, you'd have seen them gone in it now. So, I mean, they've taken the damage, but if you want to drop it now that they're in it, it's up to you.
Well, if they're taking the damage, we'll see.
If they're taking damage, I'll kill them again. Yeah, nice. Round to top, Zaga.
Question.
Yep.
When we were marched through the cave,
Yep.
would we have seen the good loot there that Otter originally saw when he rescued Callan?
No, so the cave you were taken in as when you were manacled.
Yeah,
No, you could see that it had been cleared.
it had been cleared. And where were the... Oh, it'd been cleared.
And I didn't say anything about the loot.
No, you didn't say anything about the loot. No. Well, we haven't got fun to do now. I was going to sneak off and try and steal loot.
We're all shocked.
Everything's happening on the other side.
I like the way you framed the words. I've stood still for 2 rounds, and now everything's happening really far away from me. I can't put my finger on what's happened.
I mean, you could go invisible.
Yeah.
Well, that was the plan. The plan was to go invisible and go and loot the cave.
It's so predictable.
Yeah, I know.
No, I pass.
Go. Fabian.
I passed out. Can I move where there's that tent kind of in front of me? Is there a way of getting around that by that wagon thing on the other side?
Down
of
here?
that, I suppose? Yeah.
Yeah. So the only problem is that so if you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can get to the. So where the grass is pretty much where that where Burns' poison cloud is.
Oh, did they save on their thing?
No, they didn't. They both failed.
Oh, they both failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying that, I will drop concentration on it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Scar would probably turn around and be like, "Oi!" You can. Yeah. How far do you want to get? What's your movement?
30. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that the whole way around it.
No, you'll be able to get through the gap. You like force
am
the
I?
ship.
Sorry, am I rolling their damage separately or just on them as one?
I thought you said it was. I thought you said 15.
Save at 15, yeah.
Oh, say I thought it was damage at 15. Oh no, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, just roll one for both.
Okay, it'd be 15 each. Of,
Tight.
Try and speed it up. You slow it down.
well, I wanted to see if you want to do both. Yeah, 15 radiant for both.
I've already taken
And
that
have They would have one level exhaustion each, but because I've dropped it, that goes away. And also goes away for
Goes
Callum.
away for Callum as well. Nice. Yeah, so you can get
You
to.
wonder why I get confused with me rolls and you bloody interrupt with 15.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can get to like just the other side of it with your full movement. Yeah. But poke your way through the dodging the walk shit.
Can I go?
Yeah.
So if I'm past it, am I now obstructed view for Callum? Essentially, I'm trying to see if I recognise him. Yeah.
You can roll a perception check at disadvantage. I think. Well, 1, you're not quite. 2, it's raining. 3, there is 1, 2, 3 flaming sworded hobgoblins between you and it. So give me a perception check at disadvantage.
It was 8 at disadvantage, so.
No. You do. No, 8. You don't get anything. Cool.
Okay.
But yeah, you still get your go. That was a perception.
Okay. So I'm gonna get John to go and help Arta as my bonus because he knows that Arta likes weather and feels like he might know what to do. Because Fabian's just not sure. I really don't want to attack him. I'm scared. I'll hold this round that if he attacks one of us.
Yep.
Including Otar, who has attacked him, then I will fire a bow.
Cool. Action. Nice.
And Arta, you've got John, so please be kind to him.
Art, as you're pondering the weather, a spectral bird lands upon your shoulder. Von, you're up.
Okay. Can I see through that gap between the two tents if I move to the side?
Yeah.
Or was it?
Yeah, you actually could.
Um,
That's the funny enough the clearest. Well, yeah. You'd be able to see through him. I'm not sure
would
you'd
I be able
squeeze
to
through.
recognise him?
I would. Yeah, your passives are high enough. Yeah, looking at, and you can hear. You would have been close enough to hear the "Give me back my boy" in a like slight Scottish brogue, and then looking, you see the dwarf, you see the hammer, and piecing together like the thunder, the fog, the storm. It's like this is like there's 7 coincidences here. I'm pretty sure I know who this is. And I would say, as you look at him, he looks pretty fucked up.
Okay. I am going to get out to him then. Alan, drop it. We have things sorted. They're not going to hurt Arta. Everything's under control. Hope that...
Roll a persuasion check.
That's a 3.
A 3. Not necessarily a voice that he would pick out of a crowd, being as he met you. and then ran.
That makes sense.
So yeah, at that level, unfortunately, no. You shout out, but he is surrounded by flame-sworded hobgoblins. You can shout out for free. Is there anything you want to do? Spell-wise or action-wise?
If the rest of us hear him shout out, as it clearly signals to what's going on.
If you're watching towards, I think so. You would have been watching that direction. Yeah, I would say so. You're close enough. You and Arta. Otter, maybe not so much.
No, I wouldn't.
Because you're behind the tent and all the way away. And Faywin, you're also behind the tent pretty far away. But I think Zaga and Arta would see Von between shout and say the word. Callum, we know what it is.
No, there's nothing else I want to do, thank you.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, so you hear Scar's up next. He just shouts to the guys like, "Take him down! Bring him in!" As his go. Arta, you are up.
So hearing this, I'm going to go around the corner and try and get eyesight using my movement.
Yeah, I'll let you finish.
So head to my right.
Yeah, straight. Do you want to go far so you get eye line, or do you want to go across your close and eye line?
Well, eye line if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
I can get eye line there.
Yeah, and you're
I'm
looking
assuming I can
for-
tell it's Callan now based on.
You're looking for the signs of it, yeah. Again, and this is Callan as you recognise the hair and the beard, but like you say, that static energy, like the beard itself almost looks white from silver out, but you recognise the old speckled head and the big eyes, which are now instead of sky blue are like pure white. But yeah, it looks like, and you recognise the hammer.
I cast Thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
I shout, "You fucking stupid old man. What the fuck are you doing?" And then I cast Healing Word, a mass Healing Word,
Yep.
on everyone that's been hurt, including Callan.
Okay. Nice. Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Is this with the help action?
No, just because it was funny.
Oh, it rolled off on that 20. Fuck. Persuasion.
Yeah.
14.
14, nice. As you act, essentially gone straight into the words and the vibes that you've given to Callum many times before when he's been prattling on or fucking around. You catch through that reflection as almost like the light spark a little bit where the eyes flash back in as he recognises and hears your words. They get through just
And
saying, Callum.
yeah, I cast Mass Healing Word on both the Hobgoblins and Callan, and also Otter if he's been hurt. I don't think he has actually, no.
I mean,
And they all heal 5 HP.
Nice.
can I take the 5 HP anyway? Because I do need it.
I can pick
It's
six
a lot of
people,
six people.
so whoever needs it.
I think Von might need it. So.
Yeah. 1, 2. If you, well, I mean,
I don't desperately need it, but if
I
there's
can
one
see. I have to be
you
able to
can't-
see them.
Yeah, you're like right at the back. You're doing.
Oh, well, you won't see me
yeah,
then.
you're behind the
Yeah,
tent.
And the
some
people
healing,
I
please.
can see that are hurt, I
Yeah,
can
cool.
see are hurt.
So you can
I'll
hit-
cast Mass Healing Word.
So yeah,
And as I do that, I go,
sweet.
right, let's stop this. And you can hear me sigh with Thaumaturgy on my voice 3 times louder.
Rebels out.
Is that how it works? Is it 3 times louder, or is it just voice boomed? I always
it's
just
boomed,
assumed
yeah.
like, it's an actual thing. Oh no, 3 times loud.
Okay.
And then
John
I
is
cough.
impressed.
That is. I'm just
Because I forgot to do that. That was my thing
Yeah.
for like 10 sessions. I need to bring that back.
Interesting, because you are as loud as you are. The 2 decision makers are like here, behind 2 tents. So you might.
It's a
catch
good thing
these
my
guys.
voice is 3 times as loud, and
Yeah.
tents are, famously not solid structures.
Yeah.
But it is a thunderstorm.
But you're always loud as well. So.
Roll. Roll a. Your choice: persuasion or intimidation.
I mean, it's the same anyway. So
Okay.
I'm just going to go persuasion. Can I use the help action? Or was that for the persuasion initially?
No. That was just because you cottoned on to the things that might actually make him go. So you can use
Okay,
that.
well, I'm getting. Can John use his help action to give me
Yeah.
an advantage then?
Yeah.
He was really impressed by you shouting, and he really wants to help now.
Fuck.
Helps
9.
benefit. Oh.
Oh,
I
I was
think
not impressed.
what we'll say is the guys that get healed hear you, because that's easy enough. You're shouting straight at them. You've healed him, and Callan's kind of gone to deactivate slightly. I think the mage and Scar are behind a tent the opposite side from you. And we've essentially, again, it's a bit like that thing of if you're just like in a fight, you're like, hang on a minute, let's just stop right now. There has to be a level that has to hit for people to be like, oh, okay, rather than be like, who the fuck's this guy? We're just going to carry on. That pause. But I'd say that shout and that with the heal causes these guys to pause a second in swiping their swords, and they'll get multi-attack, right? So that's going to be essentially 8 attacks against Callan that you've just held off.
What do we heal?
8. Was
Going
it 8?
back to
5?
the initial.
I was
5.
5.
5 points. The archers are next. The other one's still looking for the one out in thing. Who is going to be disadvantaged because she's going to hidden. Doesn't hit. It is. Oh yeah, Otter's after. So it is Callan. As he kind of comes back to his semi-reality, he is going to his hammer's going to kind of drop slightly as he's going to 20-foot sphere. Okay, from where he is. He is going to cast Calm Emotions.
Wait, there's support spells for clerics. What the fuck's this?
Yeah, I know.
That seems like bullshit.
This is what clerics are
So
real.
because they've stepped down, they still have to. But it's a charisma save, and it's quite high, so they've got to do it.
what does that do? Because I've never seen that.
So, Calm Emotions, you attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people, each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere, centered on a point you choose. Oh, you choose within range, even better. Creature can choose to fail, have to do a charisma saving throw. They can choose to fail if they want. And so you can suppress any effect causing the target to be charmed or frightened. Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent. A target that is indifferent about you or hostile, you can take it down like 1 level.
Okay.
If you've hit them, though, it's at advantage they have. So yeah, he's going to cast... can I get 20 foot? Can I be thinking? So you can get Scar with the emotion, the calm emotions as well. Scar rolled an 11, and I don't think has very good charisma. Has a +2, so it's 13. So as he recognises what you've got on there, realizes that he's made a bit of a mistake, and just kind of like pulses out the spell as he looks round, and you see him like again revert back down, goes to little old innocent dwarf as he looks at the guys around. He's like, I'm so sorry, and he looks at Sky and goes, I see there's been a bit of a mistake, my friend. Let's just talk this one through. Scar fails his saving throw. And you can see, so he is essentially non-hostile towards him now. Jumping over the fence, bow drawn, near you, Faywin, is, you notice Mira. As she vaults over and gets down with her bow drawn, sees you on the other side, and she's like, you're safe!
Yeah.
And then she looks back at Callan. It's like,
Dan just called him a fucking old man and he's calmed down. Dan? I mean,
Who's Dan?
What the damn?
nice. So she is still. She'll have a bit of. She didn't have very good on stay off. Okay. She's gonna hop the fence and just sit near you here with line of sight towards Callan. Otter, you are up. But at the moment, as it stands, everyone around Callan and Scar are calmed. The mage isn't part of that effect. So you can see the mage is still looking out, but you can see from the back that as Callan kind of reached out, you now click and realise who it is as well. Seeing the dwarf return to his normal form, and you've been the closest to him, bar Arthur, of course. You notice the demeanour of Scar change, but not the mage.
Can I move within 30 feet of Callan?
Yeah.
As close as I can, just as long as I'm 30 feet away.
Yeah. You can get.
And then I'll use my Relentless Hex,
Yep.
which allows me to teleport within 5 feet of the hexed person.
Yep.
So I'll just teleport right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm so up close, I can see definitely it is him.
Yep.
It's like, oh, it is you.
Hey.
And I thought, we're all safe, we're good. And I turn to Scar and the mage.
Mm-hmm.
I make an attempt to persuasion, as if it's okay that it was just here for us. But it's a misunderstanding. There's no need to fight about this. We can all talk, and there's not to be no more bloodshed.
Nice. So Scar is fine. So roll. Just roll a persuasion check.
Nice. That's 19 plus 4, 23.
23, nice. You see the mage kind of makes it as the mage was the mage out already? Mage steps out towards, sees Scar is already kind of committed to it, and changes their demeanor. This isn't someone that's going to go out and lead the same way that Scar would take out and lead squadrons. This is someone that works in the background, is not going to be strong enough to say yay or nay to this, so appears to stand out. And as he looks up, he's like, "Thank you, friend. I think I got myself in a little bit of trouble."
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Over the back somewhere, Zaga mutters.
You'd have to. Scott turns around and goes, "Stand down, everybody! Right. You're going to have to come with us, little man. We've got some talking to do." As he steps forward, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "Okay. Oh, no. And you see Mira's like, "Oh, I think, Faye, you would see as this kind of goes on and Mira's watching, there's again a recognition face of like, fuck, he's got himself in trouble again, stupid old man. If everyone is happy, we can exit combat where it stands.
Yeah.
If someone wants to throw down. Callum was pretty close to dying there. As Scar comes to pick him up and grab him forward. He's like, "Right, you guys are gonna have to come with us as well." Let me see how calm emotions last for.
Fine.
Has anybody seen Mira other than me?
No,
As
only
in
you.
the baddies as well.
Only you.
Okay. I'd like to say to Mira, I don't think any of them have seen you. It may still be better to have someone on the outside while we try and defuse the situation.
Yep.
I will send my gorgeous crow, John, if we get ourselves in any other bother.
Yep. Cool. She's like, "Okay, I'll be on the lookout point." And she'll hop back over the fence as you kind of like cover for her coming out. She'll hop back over, get back up onto the lookout point where she can see into the camp and hold on there. You see the storm starts to dissipate slowly. It doesn't just turn off, but you can see the storm starts to roll down now. The lightning isn't firing in. The rain starts to ease up a little bit as Callum rather sheepishly follows Scar with you guys in tow back to the back cave.
With my position, do I know this is going on?
You'd have heard Scar shout out that everyone stand down was what's going on, and you'll hear the rain and stuff start to come down, and you'll see Arta and the rest of the guys start walking towards that central path.
Now's the chance to go invisible.
Exactly what I was thinking. No, not right now.
Okay.
But I will cast a cheeky detect magic around me to see if there's any loot in these tents that I knew stuff was being stored in before.
Cool. Yeah, if you cast detect magic, as you look around, there's magical sources on all of the friends that are here. There's a few bits you can see on definitely the mage, but around the area doesn't seem to be anything magical gleaming from these tents.
Okay. Cleared the loot out.
Of course they did. People get attacked and just leave the loot, I'm sure. What is this? Cool. So yeah, as the rain starts to die down, the thunder starts to roll off. It's still wet, but you can feel the storm is starting to dissipate now as you head back into that holding area of the cave. As Callan is kind of pulled out for Grizz to talk to as you come around. You have a moment of time. A Scar kind of gets you in, and they go and sort out people, help some of the goblins that have been frazzled by lightning a bit. You can see, the hammer of no, he hasn't collected it. So yeah, just a hammer of Callan that he's still got.
Zagan looks at Scar and says, "I'm not giving up my weapon again."
I mean, we said if you were going to muck around, let's leave this for Grizz, shall we?
I mean, we tried to help you fight. You saw it.
Yeah. He's like, not the one you need to be talking to, friend.
We don't know in character why Callum was saved in the first place, do we?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, they lead you
I
in.
also want to mutter at Scar quickly.
Yep.
Fucking dwarves.
He's like, fuck the dwarves.
I'd also mutter that as well, but I've still got Thaumaturgy on.
As
Zagan bonding over the hatred of
Callan
dwarves.
looks at you like, what? My boy. No, my boy. As you're like walking in, Callan kind of makes his way over to you, Artan. He's like, hey, I couldn't let them take you like that. We were trying to plan. Mira told me that you'd be all right and you guys are quite capable, but, I know you, and if I could do anything to help, I was always going to come back for your son. It does appear
And that's
that,
what I do. I just sigh loudly.
as he walks into and sees the big pit, he's like, it does appear that I maybe miscalculated the situation somewhat.
Do you think?
Aye. As he becomes quite sheepish. As the mage kind of Jark storms around the outside to go back in, and the spell then wears off from the calm emotions as well, and they realise what's been at play. But understandable as you guys are here, as Grizz kind of goes, "What? Fucking!" and comes like storming out. He's like, "What's been going on? I told you not to cause any problems. My dwarf friend's here." He's like, "Where the fuck did you go, my little bastard friend?" And kind of like, I saw it. Well, these guys come and took me away, and I thought I'd better come back and hands up, my good friend Grizz, and I just wanted to apologise, my friend. And he's like, "Oh, I fucking hate dwarfs, but there's something about that little face. Oh, did you guys sort?" And he looks at the rest of you, he's like, "You better not be fucking around behind my back."
Well, obviously we diffused the situation.
And this is where Scar says, "They did, like, you did come to the aid, you did fight for him." He's like, fuck. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll add something else to our deal. You take him away from me, because as much as I love this little bastard, he done half caused me some problems. Like,
You like him?
There's something about him, I don't know what it is.
He is charming in his own
Comes like,
very
"Hey,
tiny frame sort of way.
I'm no bother. I'm no bother. As he goes, right. Anyway, whilst we're here, and we've sorted this mess out, I think we'll tell you what. If you can do us a little favour. And he throws out a... oh, no, he won't throw it out because it's dangerous to throw him out. It'd be bad. As he presents a set of stelling stones, gives one to the Jarg, the mage, and he walks round to hand it off. This is something I stole from someone, which tells me I can make little messages. We can keep in contact when we're not so close. So I'll give this to you, and we'll stay in touch. That way, I know what you're getting up to. That way, you can warn me if something bad's coming my way. And adversely, I can warn you if something bad is coming yours. When you know what's going on a little more, make sure you come back to pay us a little visit. And he's like, what's that word? Give us the information. Spread the wealth. Share the knowledge with your good friends, the Black Cats. And we'll promise if anything bad's coming, you've got a friend in me. So we'll send you on your way with a night's charge taken out, nothing too extravagant. And we keep in contact and stay little sending stone friends.
Sounds fair.
Jar comes round, kind of staring at you, offers out one of the sending stones.
I'll take it.
Nice. So yeah, make sure you mark that down. And he's like, lovely. So, you want to go? That's the question to all of you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really want to put you up for the night.
Yeah, we'll be off.
Lovely. It's a bit wet outside. You probably want to get where you're going earlier, right? And just let your party know I've enjoyed our little conversation, so we'll give you a head start before I send anyone out to try and, take anything from you. We don't want to arouse suspicions. We don't want to pass any rumours that the blood caps have gone soft and we're not out to get people. So consider this my gift to you as well. We'll give you a little head start.
That's very generous of you.
Well, Grizz, if you got anything else useful that could help us in this dangerous escapade, we'd be happy to take it.
He looks at you
I'll
for a
buy
second.
it.
Looks at you for a second, like tilts his head. He's like, you're a funny little one. You come up with some right bollocks sometimes, don't you? No, you're the one supposed to be useful to me. We need everything here that we've got, like I said. Let's just keep in contact.
Contact won't do much if we're dead. Fuck the dwarves.
Well, apart from this little bastard. But yeah. I mean, if you're dead, you're dead. We're no better off, no worse off than we were, are we? I mean, I'm down one sending stone. Lovely.
That's a good point.
All right, so let's see what you can find out. Remember to keep in contact. I'll be in contact. Make sure you don't go running away without talking to us. Remember, if you're passing through the Borderlands, I'm going to find you. So just come by and say hello. You know where we are. And good luck, I suppose.
Grizzak, one word before we leave. One of the guys was mentioning about the Underdark earlier on.
I thought it was
asking whether any of us have any information on or know anything about the Underdark.
As he kind of looks at you a bit bewildered and looks to Jarg and he steps forward and goes, yes, that is one of our lines of research. Do you have any actual information more than hearsay?
I mean, I know of some of the tunnels out west. We've had contact with the Myconids when we was in the forest before.
Yes. We have begun mapping out down there. And she looks down towards the large hole. We believe it is an entrance to somewhere, or at least comes out into the Underdark, and there are tunnels, as you say. Although we have not found any Myconid to be friendly to our presence yet. There seems to be some blockages to some of these pathways, something stopping us. So any information you can bring on the Underdark will be very useful to our cause as well.
Okay. Let's say I know of some tunnels, and we have a connection with at least one group of the Myconids that we encountered. They see us as allies, so that...
I'm going to have to make her a she, because I keep saying she. Looks over...
Southern Belle, or French.
Oh, man, no, that's different people, different towns. These are all Cockneys. Looks back to Grizz, who's looking a little bit bewildered that he ended the conversation. You carried on the conversation, and now the mage has carried on his own. This will be useful for us, Grizz, in, having backup plans. He goes, well, maybe you are useful. Get us information on the Underdark as well. As Zara continues, we you know about the tunnels, so we have been looking to see. It's always good to have better ways to travel across the plains, and these tunnels seem to run deep and fast. So we'll do what we can to keep our mapping up, and you bring us any information or allies, and we may have a new route for travel.
I'll see what I can do.
Right, if no one's getting fed to them spiders, then you might as well piss off. It's late, and I want to get some sleep. Callan, you beautiful little bastard, piss off and don't, just don't get in trouble, and we won't have to pick you up, all right? And he's like, okay. My friend Chris, all right, I won't see you soon, eh? I won't see you soon. Then he starts walking off. He's like, come on, let's go. As Scar's like, goes to lead you out. Keep in contact.
Adieu.
As we're leaving, as we're leaving, I turn to the rest of the group and I'm like, I quite like Grizz.
Yeah, me too.
So you guys get out. They lead you out and lead you up to the front gate. Scar walks you straight to the gate and leads you out. He's like, well, can't give you any mats or anything to get away, but head back to your camp and. Fair warning, he wasn't joking. He will give you a slight head start. He might also forget and send us out earlier. So I suggest once you meet up with your pie, you get moving because he is a greedy bastard.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then, they send you off. You see some of the goblins. They give you like a stern eye. The ones they're back in the guard towers now. They replaced the goblins that were murdered with some other goblins up there. Callan and Mira took a few out as they come. And as you make it up around the corner, it doesn't take long before Mira kind of just sneaks in to the pie. It's like, is there anything else you want to do before we just go back to that and make our way back to the camp? No.
No.
Cool. I didn't want to jump forward too far. So as you move around, and she isn't waiting on top of the hill. She kind of waits till you get across before she joins in. It's just like, guys, you're safe. I tried to slow him down, but you know what he's like. Arthur, when he gets something in his head, he thought that he could save you. I think.
Can you imagine being that? What's the word? Silly. I would never.
Hey, I'm stood right here.
What, you could never imagine it, or you could never be?
But
I don't understand the question.
Well, quite a treat for you. Did not see me when I get the lightning going, get the thunder rundering about you shitting your pants.
What
You
did
didn't
Grizz
do that when they captured you.
Yeah.
You told us. He told us to run.
What
No,
did
no,
Grizz
initially.
mean when he said, "Don't get in trouble, won't have to pick you up again"?
Hey.
Were they keeping you captive, or were you a guest?
Oh no. Well, there's a thin line. I wasn't in the cage. That's good. But I've had run-ins with the goblins. They're greedy, and I like to wander through the lands. If sometimes I try to, stand up for the people that don't deserve to get robbed, and he doesn't like it when I stand up for the people. We've run into each other a few times, and I think I've one too many charm spells, and now he loves me. Watch out for that mage, though. That slimy one's not so fun.
Why?
I just never laughed at any of my jokes.
I wonder why.
He just looks back at you. Well, that was a bit of fun. So, you're safe. We got told to run away. You told us to leave. We left. And then...
Who told you to leave? Who told you to leave?
Him!
Never told you to leave.
He
I
he
told
poisoned.
them to leave.
I mean, didn't mean you had to
Why?
leave. You mean you could have stayed and fought.
Well, I thought you were going to run.
Run from walks.
Yeah.
Run us down in an instant.
Well, I mean, it seemed to go well for you.
Well, not for long.
Well, exactly.
Oh, this is where you got hit over the head, Von Van. That
thunder
is
daddy.
calmness.
Yeah, we come back, though. We were just watching. I wanted to see... Well, again, if you run, we didn't want to give up our position. But we
I
trapped you
can't
back.
believe we broke you out for you to break back in again.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Hey, I can't let me boy get taken.
At this moment, I'm going to go stand off in a huff.
Oh, look at him. Mirror, he's having a little strop. It's like the good old days. Anyway.
Do I hear this?
You will. Probably, yeah. He's not going to be quiet about it.
I turn around and give him an evil stare. And then cast Mage Hand and slap him in the face.
Hey, come on. Oh, what's he got? Come on, give me something good. He casts Death Cloud on you.
Followed by Revivify. You've been holding out on me. Where have you got all those diamonds from?
Loads of welcome spells. Nice, yeah. As you
Well, if
guys
you get yourself
make your
captured
way-
again, don't expect any more rescue attempts.
Or what by those that get themselves captured themselves?
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be out.
Well, that went really well.
I mean, it did for you, didn't it?
I mean, yeah, I got to flex my skills in battle, but I mean, it could have been a little better planned, dare I say.
Wow. I mean, you're welcome. And I walk off in a huff.
God.
At this point, I'm gonna try and conjure animals and get
Mm-hmm.
8 heart. What was it? 8
Centipedes. I think it was centipedes, wasn't
8
it?
quarter,
8.
and hopefully channel it to be horses or something like that. That can help us get back to the camp a bit quicker.
You mean you don't want giant weasels?
I mean, if we can
Yes,
ride
Oh
the
no,
Please.
quarter. A
A
quarter.
new favourite.
Could be, yeah.
If we can ride the 8 giant weasels, then
You
I
can.
don't
They only
mind
last
if
an
it's
hour
a-
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll
but-
be enough to get you
Yes.
back, and then they'll be
Yeah.
they'll be gone. Yeah, yeah.
Can
So
we
Yeah,
get
that's
codes
what
again?
that was.
They were good.
use a spell to. If you use a spell slot to conjure animals, you can try super hard by spending extra time outside of battle to conjure the animal that you are attempting to.
Make him
Just
roll
some-
for it. Make him roll for it.
Because it.
Just for comedic value.
Cause, roll a d10. This is bad.
A D10.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, some of them are bad.
That's a 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you could get riding horses, but you could get giant centipedes.
Yes, I knew it centipedes.
Why do you make these fucking centipedes appear? What good are these?
100 legs are going to be faster than a horse, right?
I think they're.
Wait, he made them appear. I was about to attack them.
Yeah, you see him concentrate on the spell. Centipedes. This is definitely. I just want to see what the stat block is for. Because they'll be large.
I mean, they have the same movement speed as us.
Oh no, giant centipedes are small beasts. You can't ride them. They're giant for centipedes, but they're small. No, we'll just say you get horses. Whilst it's funny, it's annoying. You can get riding horses. So yeah, these fey, like kind of like rising, like fucking like I was supposed to say hydras, like marsh horses, just appearing out from the ground, almost as if they're like galloping as they land, and these fey creatures form as you have. How many is a quarter? Enough riding horses for everyone, right?
8 horses.
8 horses.
I mean, Von could turn his
Enough.
horse himself.
For everyone.
True.
I don't
Enough.
think it is enough for everyone. How many archers did? Was it just
They-
Mirror and Callan?
Yeah, Mirror and Can. She sent the archers back.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Shame. Somebody would have had to walk.
Can John have his own?
don't push
I
it
mean,
too
there's
far.
an 8-4, so we can just.
I
put
mean,
them
it's a
on
spare.
one
So.
If there's a
John and
spare.
Hector ride the like 8.
Okay.
Dagger jumps onto that horse and eats Hector.
Saga doesn't like horses.
Yeah.
He does wonder why they paid for horses before if one could just make them magically appear.
Because I couldn't make a magically appear at that time.
Oh, that was the before times.
And they only magically appear for 1 hour, so it wouldn't help us very much. It does now.
Nice. So you have horses, which will get you back quickly. It was a couple of hours walk, so it'll get you back in less than an hour back to the rest of the party. As you are arriving, so within the hour that the horses are conjurable, alive for, before they poof into face smoke. As you arrive back at the camp, immediately greeted by the Sentinels and Carl up front as he is like, Mira. And she's like, I know. Look, let's just talk about it. And she like ushers you guys to leave as he grabs her, and you can see that he is pissed off. The archers that were there before, you can see are stood quite close to him and have made it back to the camp, but you guys were sneaking out and sneaking in. So with the archers coming back, Mira is in a wee bit of trouble. We'll see how long that lasts. As she goes off, and Callan spends his time with you. You make your way back to your camp. Your camp is the way you left it. Nothing's been taken or stolen by the people around. You didn't annoy anyone enough that they're going to steal from you. As you can settle
straight
down
away
for the
go
sleep.
and freeze Zarkle.
Yeah.
See what state his body's in.
You've only been. You could have left. You've literally only been gone for like hours because you left during the night. So you could have frozen before you left, and then you left at the cusp of midnight. We're in and out of there. Ran back. Realistically, you're gonna struggle if you're gonna leave with the rest of the caravan to get a long rest in. So you will likely be able to take a short rest. Those on 4 hours, maybe just, you're gonna be getting back. These guys are gonna be up and moving at like 6 a.m. And Grizz told you he's gonna be coming for your party potentially. So to keep. Oh, fucking hell, it's raining so loud. I thought there was a train outside my front door. It was so off-putting. He's going to be coming for you. So I don't think you guys are going to be able to maintain a long rest tonight because you'll be getting back at like 3, 4 in the morning after the hour's ride. They're going to get going at like 6, 7 first sun and want to be heading off to Allhearth. This is the last day travel to Allhearth. So you can take short rests. If the elves want to bargain for space and to take their 4 hours whilst you're travelling, that's up to you guys to let at least some of you take long rests. But I think those that require 8 are not going to get a rest this evening, full rest.
That was good for me.
So it's up to you guys.
Just not one word of thanks. Ungrateful bastards.
2.
2 words of thanks.
Hey, you're talking about not being grateful.
All of you. Not one word of thanks.
Wait, you're talking about your amazing stealth plan?
I mean, I'll quite happily take you back to Grizz, to be honest.
I like to see you try.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little dance. Shaka. It's like, hey, it was, that was admirable of you, to bring my boy to rescue and then get him captured and then have to come and get him. So, thank you all. I see he's in good company.
Like I say, I don't expect to help again.
Turns to you, Callan turns to you, Arthur. He's like, oh, he's a feisty one, this one.
They're all feisty.
Yeah, I see that a little bit.
Yeah, you'll learn that apparently they don't like jokes.
Oh.
They're all very moody.
They're up their own asses.
Apart from the little one who doesn't like dwarves.
Oh. Well, yeah, I can see why.
Wait, where can you see why?
Yeah,
Is it because you're at the same eye level?
He's a kobold.
Why don't kobolds like dwarves? I feel like I should have known.
There's a long time thing, but kobolds are known for having a little.
Cool. You can tell someone else later. I don't
Anyway,
care.
come on. Before we rest, we've got to go and do our rituals. You have been keeping up your rituals.
Rituals?
Hey,
Oh, it's good to see there's a real cleric around now.
of course.
I'll tell you this for free, Colin. There ain't been no rituals.
Stupid bloody
Oh, the
clerics
look-
not
the-
being able to turn invisible.
The
They
sad
did actually
look on this
help.
man's face as you say that
Oh.
that Arthur hasn't been keeping up his rituals. It's like,
Fabian wants to step in and just say, actually, guys, let's not forget what he did for my dear friend Meadow. He said a beautiful prayer and
Yeah.
sent her off into the other world peacefully. And
he attempted
I don't know
his-
how I would have got through that time without you, Arthur, so thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know if that's something we're supposed to do. It just felt right.
Yeah, your first ceremony.
It was
It
really.
was like my
peaceful.
third.
Your third ceremony.
There has been lots of death.
Aye, there's death in the world. We know this. But we taught you well. If you're spreading the word, passing people on, he'll be very happy with you.
Can I do a stealth check to try and get away from this conversation, even if he's looking directly at me?
There's no way you're getting out of this.
I'm just trying to get you some good points on the fucking deck.
I don't want good points. Guy's a little bitch.
Sorry.
Hey,
can only-
dwarf!
I'm assuming you're talking to
Hey.
me.
Well, you're the only fucking dwarf here. You know Otter actually asked for our help to come and save you?
Shut up.
Sure he did. That's...
He said, I would really like it if you guys would help me, please.
It's true, he did.
He's over exaggerating. It wasn't phrased like that.
I might...
Kind of was.
And I want to say that Art looks sheepish right now.
Okay. Is that like a bad thing?
He never pretends to care about anything.
Well, yeah, that's... he's always just pretending that you know it. You can see it in his eyes.
I closed my eyes.
What do you think of his new beard?
I knew it was new.
You can see, like, squints a bit further forward. Oh, that's real. Hey, that's pretty impressive. You haven't grown a single hair on your chin the entire time I've known you. He's all growing up. Look at him. Hey, you'll be...
Please, Sammy grabs his cheek.
He's too tall to grab his cheek. He'd have to be sat down. Just punches him in the leg, gives him dead legs all the time. Well, anyway, unless you want to be involved in the rituals, your new friends, Arthur, I think we should go and commune.
No,
Yeah,
they
go
don't
do
need
your
to.
rituals.
They don't need to see this.
I would absolutely love to see it.
In fact,
I love
using
learning
my
things.
using my advantage on charisma persuasion checks made to interact with dwarves, is there any way for me to go? No.
I want to use my abilities to do well to get away.
I think we've done too much. I think for today. I think.
Come on,
sleep
you
is in
know,
order.
it's just get it done. Like I said, just get it done. Then you know it's done, and you'll have a lovely night's sleep.
Hey, dwarf, what's his god? Because he's never mentioned his god.
What's his god?
Zarka.
You don't have to always mention it. He's the dwarven god of the wanderers. He's a
Your
spirit.
dwarf god?
Of course, he's a dwarf god. The dwarf gods are there.
Now pronounce his name, Callan. Go on.
Mahabmaduin.
Okay. Yeah. No, that was.
Bless
You've been practicing since we last spoke.
I read my own notes.
I can see. I imagine you've got it in phonetics.
No, I just remembered it. I'm a dwarf. Ah, yes, he's the god
Fine,
of
let's go.
wonders. Looks
Right,
after
we're
the
done with all this
spirits,
conversation.
making
No,
sure
no,
travellers
these-
pass from ace to B
And I put my
on the grace way, and you don't pull him away as he's going down.
I put my hand on like his back and slowly try and shimmy him away
Yeah.
and say, "Right, you've met my friends. Let's go.
He
Let's go."
puts his hand up and whispers to him, he's like, if you want to watch, just watch from afar.
Like an embarrassed child trying to usher away their embarrassing parent. Is that too much wine?
Nice.
I would like to try and watch the ritual.
Cool. So yeah, so he just takes you off to sit down, and there's not much to it. It's literally just sitting down, getting comfortable, like a meditative state, as you sit and either utter words. Sometimes Callan will say words, sometimes he might have a little song, sometimes it's silence. Just each person's like attempt to commune and give back and talk about the things of the day, atone for anything they've done in the day, or ask and relay back the good things that have happened between on their running. I think he is going to cast like ceremony, use like a kind of coming of age type ritual to talk fairly loudly. I think Faye, when you'll be able to hear, the rest of you, if they're off, won't listen unless you want to listen, about how like proud he is of how far you've become and the cleric you're turning into and the help you're providing to these people on a daily basis. Like in a really kind of like it's cringeworthy. I think after you sit there just like, oh, but Callan is
Oh no! I took
Super
silence off. I would have cast silence. They couldn't hear this.
but yeah,
And
so
you can see me
Fair enough.
realizing that I haven't got a silence prepared for the day.
Mhm.
Just, and my head in my hand, and my hands on my head, just like, oh, make it end. Make it end.
Oh, he loves it. And then, can you roll a D100, please? And he will also roll a D100 as a divine intervention.
41.
41. Nice. as you both sit and commune with Habduin about your the different the things you've done and how proud he is of you stepping into these roles under his care. As he finishes, and he sits and speaks to you, Arthur, directly, and Fabian kind of like paying no sight to you being around. It's like, you've done well, boy, and I can see that. I mean, I'm doing less well. I should probably stop picking fights with people a little bit bigger than me, which is pretty much everybody. But I'm going to carry on wandering, and if you carry on the way you are, you'll have a good life. But if there's anything I can do to help, I can. And he goes for his pack and reaches down and puts down in front of him one weapon that you've definitely seen but not noticed it being a weapon, and then one thing that's clearly like a javelin-esque but with a jagged blade. And he's like, here, very fitting. I'd like you to take one of my weapons. And he presents you
only one?
I need to keep one for myself. Come on. One is a hammer, which is a hammer used in battle, and it's a hammer of thunder, essentially. And the other is a lightning javelin in the escape of both. You can see the hammer is the hammer he's had with him forever. It's only it's a war hammer, so it's a big old hammer, and the javelin's there. And he's like, I'd like you to take one of my weapons. What I can do, if you don't want to pick blindly,
can you tell me what they do?
Tell you what they do before. Yeah. So we can say that he puts it down there, and they have this moment, and then I'll leave it that no one else can see what it is you pick up, so you can decide. But I'll send you what both of them do. But yeah, he has to sit down with you. As he's like, I'm proud of you, boy. You've come a long way. You and Mira have been the best of my wanderers. I need to go back and grab the rest of the kids. And he, odd part of the walk back would have been Mira telling him that the kids are with her and are on the travel. Oh no, they would have been in the Willow's Glade and would be going to Redvant. So he's going to head to Redvant. So he's like, I need to go and, I need to go and grab the kids and carry on wandering. And if this bloom is as dangerous as you say it is, we'll head north. We'll go as far north as we can, if needs be. God help me, I'll go back to the mountain.
Can I do a perception check to see if any of the group can see me?
Yeah.
Faven's crying in the background. It's an emotional thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you are or not. Can I do a check to see whether I can notice them?
Yeah.
It's 18.
18. You can see Fabian just crying, which is
okay. That's
Would
fine.
anybody else paying attention, or you all just hungry down? I'm assuming most are hungry down if they haven't said otherwise. Well, in fact, Otter's still stropping, so I think you're safe.
Okay.
Apart from
I reach out a hand in like a handshake, and I assume he goes to the hand. Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, he does. Sorry, I said it. Said no.
And then I go for a hug.
He goes,
And I say in Dwarvish to him, May your wanderings be fruitful and your days be just.
He's like, it's beautiful. I'm so proud of you. He's like,
and then I let go and pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah. And he does the same. He's like, well, let's sort ourselves out. Let's go back and, I don't know, pick on the beardy one. He seems like he's right up for a bullying. Collectively, between you as well, you lost 100 gold. If you want to work out who loses what from where, or you all just lose a bit each. 20 each. But you were slightly robbed as a day pass from Grizz.
Is this what it's like being in an abusive relationship?
Wait a minute. What, with Grizz?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you meant with Callan. I was like, that was very different.
No.
So yes, so we will we'll sort out. I'll send you the cards for both, so you can have a look. And Mira comes back once she's had a word. She's like, so Carl is a little bit annoyed with that, but Callan, so good to see you. And she puts her arm around and kisses him on his bald head, and he's like, thank you. It's good to see you. And that's it. I told you we could get him back.
As I hear this, and I say to Mira in Dwarvish again, say, we're going to have to go rescue him in like 3 days.
No, come on. Maybe a week. She's like,
And then I changed my language to infernal, and I say 20 gold, 3 days. There.
she's like, bet. He's
And
like,
I
hey,
shake her.
are you...
Smile.
I told you not to do that. I can't hear what you're saying. He's like, it's good to see you, Mira. I'm gonna head to Redvant and collect me wanderers. And if we need to go north, then north I shall go. We'll keep them safe. We'll sail off the borderlands for as long as we need to. But yes, we'll go from Redvant and make our way north to somewhere safer. If we have to, I'll go to the Diamond Mountains. But I don't really want to go back.
Kind of defeats the object of wandering.
Leaving,
if you have to
exactly.
go
But,
back
you know,
somewhere.
just for a bit whilst it's safe. He then gets an hour's rest or whatever it is, gets a little bit of back. Mira goes back without any rest to leading people. And yet the crack of dawn, as the sun is just about to pierce up, you hear the sentinels running around, getting people up, waking them up, saying, like, time to go, come on, we need to get moving, getting everyone to pack up what they hadn't already packed up in the evening. A lot of people had pre-packed their caravans as you head off for the last day's travel to arrive at Allhearth. We will, I suppose, that travel day... that travel day, I think we did all the rolls for it, so that travel day will happen without with you broken slightly. You don't see any signs of the goblins coming in, whether they were late on the pass, they did give you the time, or they just didn't attack you. I suppose we'll never know unless you speak up, but you now have a sending stone to speak to Grizz. You have brought the people to Allhearth, and as you arrive to the gates, let me find my wording.
In the 8 minutes before we end, can we get a vivid description of Allhearth from someone who grew up
Someone's been there.
in Allhearth as well as your description,
Favourite?
please?
Do we know anyone of that? Would you like me to begin?
Yeah,
Maybe you can send a letter, but it might cost you all your gold.
It might.
Dude, is 8 minutes going to be long enough?
I mean, it's not.
No, it's not, because I have a lot of information.
We
I
can
mean,
do
8 minutes doesn't even cover the station shop.
Would you like me to start with the districts of Allhearth?
No, we'll do that. We'll do it after. We'll just do the start. So as you arrive, you're arriving from the south of Allhearth, and there are some what are they called? There are some market stalls and bits and some traders and like a stable and stuff on the outside before you hit the gate. Allhearth itself is a fully walled-in city. It sits at the south of the lake, and you are approaching from the south of that. So, but you can't see the lake from where you are. You can see out to the left and right as the land sprawls on. But you approach this large walled, large gated city. And you are approaching in tow with a lot of people. As you kind of make your way into that first little traders area that's down at the south, you hear a lot of people talking as people are moving around. And then you see a set of guards in very flamboyant armour start approaching as you are at the gates of Allhearth with essentially a caravan of refugees. I'll allow you to get to the front of that, and unless there's anything you want to add, we can end there. Starting next time with more in-depth descriptions of Allhearth. Anything you want to ask Faywin beforehand, and then you are at the gates of the city.
I want to ask Faywin. Faywin, if we see like a wanted missing / poster, how much gold do you reckon we'll get for finding you?
There won't be a poster of such thing, Arta, and let's not forget that I just watched you cry in Dwarvish. That I just watched you cry with your father before
I didn't
you start
cry.
talking about.
I cast Zone of Truth.
I don't know what that does. Arta.
You have to tell the truth.
Yeah,
just say I
can't.
cast
You
it.
can't. So you can't. You can't. You don't have to answer questions.
But if you do,
But if you do answer a question, you have to tell the truth.
Right.
So you can avoid answering,
Okay.
but that basically means you're lying.
I
or
don't
you
think
could
I
just
can
not
go
say
after
anything.
because I saw you cry.
But you do need to do a wisdom saving throw.
Weird.
or you can choose to fail it and say I'm under the spell, therefore I tell the truth.
Yeah, I would like to do that, please.
Is it still being said in Dwarvish as well?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, if it's said in Dwarvish, then I'm not going to do Zone of Truth. Oh no, actually no. Otter knows Dwarvish. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do Zone of Truth.
No, I don't.
I choose to fail at them.
No, he was casting like comprehend languages constantly to keep up.
Oh, if he doesn't know, I think he knows Dwarvish. Yeah, we'll carry on. Say that again.
Remember that
I
time when
choose
we
to fail.
arrived? I might just cut it at that point and just.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just pissing about now.
Remember that time when
What I
we
would
give a description of
say-
worth? Yep.
Is if people were perceptive, then they would have, had a better passive perception than one. You would have seen that during the stream, it actually comes up on the bottom
It does
as a map.
come up on the bottom of the map.
So
Yes,
don't test me about my knowledge of all that. 'cause
we
I'm
will
too
come back
sick.
for all the questions as well as the questions from the guards of hello, who are you and why have you brought 100 odd people to the gates of Ulhurf?
Nothing to do with
Only
us.
100. I thought it was more.
100 odd. I haven't actually named a number because, how can you estimate?
What, these people? They're not with us.
Perfect. Right, we will come back next time, which is not next week, maybe the week after. Howard stops going on holiday for Ulhurf. The start of a big city, your first interactions with big cities. I can't wait. The first
I
thing
give
is
it
a
10
guard.
minutes before we're in a fight.
Yeah, or arrested. It's going to go great. Definitely. Ta-ta, farewell.
Nipples.